Welcome back, recording people, and let's see what the results are. Give you everyone 5 more seconds. If you haven't voted yet, you can very quickly. Have a sip of water, and then I'm going to look at them, and the results will be final. All right, let's see what we have here. Refreshing. All right, well, apparently people want me to do a broken party. I mean, come on. But we're going to do it. Not gonna say no. So the result was that Three Spears and Music Note were at the top of the votes. Now I suppose this is fair because we didn't play Three Spears in our last campaign, and Music Note we played, but actually we played in 2 separate parties last time, so Music Note did get its fair chance. Angry Face came in third, Sun fourth. I was actually kind of hoping to see Sun because I think having that kind of class with the Elementals would be better, but I mean this party will be just fine. All right, so let's change the title to both of this and the link in the guide. Hold on. So we're doing Three Spears plus music. Oh, God, what a party. Plus Triforce, Prosperity 5, Scenario 43. All right, we're just going to change this on the guide we posted as well, since there's a link there. People could come directly here. Don't want to ruin this for anyone. All right. Triforce, Three Spears, and Music Note. I mean, admittedly, Music Note and 3 players, I don't know how highly I would rank. I mean, high, obviously. Sorry, Eclipse and Three Spears, the two highest in general. I guess number 3 in a 2-player party is probably too many, and in a 4-player party, number 3 is definitely Music Note. In a 3-player party, Music Note's probably still in the top 5, I guess. All right, well, anyway. So yeah, we didn't delete all this stuff. We didn't add the lineage either. So it's here. Except it was she. All right. Well, everyone's been warned. We are spoiling now. Three Spears and Music Note. So if you don't want to see either of these classes, I suggest heading out. And obviously you can try to watch VODs and stuff like that to see when we play classes that you're familiar with. All right, here they come. Everyone's been warned. Music Note and Three Spears, also known as the Soothsinger, although I'll always just call her the Bard or Music Note, because Soothsinger or whatever, and the Quartermaster. So who should play which? I mean, it's basically exactly the same. It's just more of a progression thing for the person who would have played it. Where was the Brute the first time? I think he was already on the far left, right? Oh, I guess I can see. Yeah, the Brute was on the far left, so it actually would have made sense for the Brute to be Three Spheres, but unfortunately, or for Quartermaster. So here we've got Scoundrel and Spellweaver. So I don't know which one fits better there. I guess we'll put. I mean, again, this is purely aesthetic. We'll put the Soothsinger over here, and we'll put the Quartermaster over here. All right, let's grab their stuff out. At the very least, with the Quartermaster, we will not be exploiting any infinite combos. I guess no, we can't. We don't have. Ooh, that's a fair point. Money with Scoundrel. Oh, the Quartermaster. Ah, that's a good point. Yeah, you're right. The Quartermaster should be over there because the Quartermaster does care about money, although he kind of gives stuff as a way, right? He doesn't actually make people pay for it. But you are right. Actually, the money-related person should be with the Scoundrel people. With the Scoundrel people. Yeah, but it's actually. I guess I'm not actually sure how broken the Quartermaster. I mean, I'm not sure how good Quartermaster is even going to be since we don't have stamina potions anymore. This is going to be interesting. I guess this is maybe another reason why people were happy to vote Three Spears up to see how much the stamina potion changes actually affect what was previously one of the. I mean, because I guess, yeah, for sure, in this party, 3 spears should not be. I mean, I guess music note's probably even better here without stamina potions, if we're being honest. Because a quartermaster without being able to exploit stamina potions is not a traditional quartermaster, that's for sure. Some of the stuff we do will still be very good, though. All right. Take the rest of our stuff out. Delete this. So we'll do the Soothsinger first. We need names, so name suggestions for any of these 3 are more than welcome and would be very much appreciated, in fact. All right, we need to set the experience properly on both of them. All right, here we go. Yeah, it's gonna be 90 gold on each of them. I won't check that. I'll click that all the way up so I can just write it, and then I'll see how much I have at the end. Jim Bob, the quartermaster. All right. Well, you're the first to suggest, so Jim Bob wins by default. All right. So 90 gold there, 90 gold here. All right. Let's grab our cards first, I suppose. Level 2. I can never remember. I think sometimes I end up missing not having a big move. The bottom heal can be nice, though. We are going to have a tank in the party. I think the level 2 choice is kind of meh. Yeah, I mean, I do remember missing big move, but we have the comfortable shoes. I guess I'm just going to use those for 3 movement all the time, so I probably shouldn't need the move 5. The bottom heal is not super exciting compared to the other bottoms she has, but I think it's still alright, and it's good initiative. I mean, this is good initiative as well, but easier to come by. Alright, so then at level 3, we have Crippling Chorus, which is actually not bad as a move 3 disarm. I mean, this is just already better than Disintegration Beam, which the Tinker had at level 5, but Echoing Aria is just so good. Great initiative. I mean, this bottom action is just incredible, especially with someone who's going to be relatively tanky in the Quartermaster. This just takes him to another level. So yeah, Echoing Aria I love, and Crippling Chorus, even though, again, it's a very fine card. Like, nice spammable bottom with a disarm. Only problem with this card is initiative, and then a completely ridiculous loss stun. Biggest thing is that she also has difficulty playing losses, which is another reason that just this non-loss, which is also so good, is more reasonable. All right, well, yeah, to be honest, I don't even remember what the level 4 card is because Disorienting Dirge is one of the best cards in the game. Bottom action is super powerful, then you switch to the top song and you win the scenario. So yeah, it's always Disorienting Dirge, never anything else here. And then level 5. So level 5 I like a lot as well. We get Melody and Harmony. We pretty much never go for 2 songs, although it is possible to go for 2 songs in boss fights, but much like Mass Hysteria, for the Mind Thief, it's more about the other half of the card. So here, getting a move 3 attack through range 3 is great. Now, admittedly, we're only going to start with 6 perks on her, so this is more so-so. But her modifier deck is so good that any opportunity to make an attack is just really welcome. So Melody and Harmony comes in. And of course, we've already come to the, I mean, not that these cards could really change anything because none of them had spammable tops. The classic spell Soothsinger problem of we just picked up 4 good bottom actions and not a single top action. All right, so we gotta grab top actions here, and we're 1 away from the real thing, Provoke Terror. All right. So then we get perks. This probably, yeah, I think so. Place a -1 with +0 stun. So now the only question is, do we want the rolling curses more, or do we want to take more replace +0s? So I guess replacing plus zeros gives us more damage. This gives us more curses. Because we get twice as many possibilities of flipping a curse here. But then we still just get a plus 0 on the flip. Whereas here we get damage. Yeah, I think the damage is actually better. Let's go with a replace 0 plus 2 curse. Do we have much wound in this party? Not so much. No, we do have a bit actually. The Elementalist has 1 and the Quartermaster has 1. So I think here I'm just gonna go with, I think I'll kind of go mid-ground, replacing with the curse. So the reason why I like the curse is because they're always good. Disarm is good, but well, I mean it is actually quite good against most enemies. Yeah, I think this is probably best. All right, so let's go like that. So we get to remove all the -1s, 1 -2, and 2 zeros. All the -1s, -2, and 2 zeros. And we get to add 2 rolling curses. Oh no, we didn't go with the 2 rolling curses in the end. No, we went the disarm. Yeah, that's maybe more reasonable. +1 disarm. +2 curse. That's it, right? And +0 stun. All right. There we go. I mean, it's not quite as beautiful as it gets yet, but it's already a pretty good start. I mean, at this point, we've got, what, 4 out of 15? Even 5 out of 15 to get a really, I mean, to get like a +2 or better flip. Yeah, it's not bad. Obviously, they'll improve more. This deck is a thing of beauty. All right, meanwhile, over to the Quartermaster. Put this in a weird spot. So here are the higher level cards. Alright, so level 2. You or one adjacent ally may refresh one of your spent or consumed hand items. And you recover up to 2 of your discarded cards on bottom in order to allow some shenanigans. Uh-huh. Whereas Bladed Boomerang is just a generally useful card. Where's the card we really want? It's level 4, right? Reinforced Steel, yeah. Yeah, so I think Bladed Boomerang is probably the choice. How good is Reforge for us? I guess it depends. Soothsayer doesn't really, I mean, weapons don't really matter for her, and these weapons, I mean, so that'd be another reason why we should have taken Volatile Bomb. Ugh. So if we had Volatile Bomb, I guess Reforge would automatically be the choice. Although how often are they going to be adjacent? This is a better question. I mean, while moving from room to room, I suppose, but yeah, anyway, we're going to take Bladed Boomerang. We don't have the Volatile Bomb, so we can't get consumed weapons, and just getting refreshed weapons back is pretty medium. Whereas Bladed Boomerang is just a good card. All right. Level 3. So there's Continual Supply, Double Loss, but that was the top. At the end of each of your turns, you may discard 1 card to allow an ally to refresh one of their consumed small items. Again, consumed small items, much more medium here. And we're going to play a consistent. We only have a 9-card hand size, and we have 1 persistent loss at level 5. We're going to start playing immediately. Anyway, Scroll of Lightning is just a really good attack. Attack 5, range 3. The light creation can actually matter a little bit for the Elementalist because we have Dark on the bottom of Burial, for example. So then we can get both light and dark this way. But yeah, so Scroll of Lightning is great. We got Side Pouch or Giant Club. Honestly, both these cards are nice. The looting allows us to scale up quite quickly. Just having move 3 loot is really nice. This scales better than Giant Club does, but at level 4, level 5, I think I prefer just having Giant Club, to be honest. Also, getting experience is nice is because I mean, the Quartermaster's levels get pretty absurd. And an attack 3 on bottom is also just gives us nice flexibility. And the loss here, 1 adjacent ally may refresh all their spent and consumed items is fine, but without really broken items, it's less relevant. So Giant Club it is, even though Side Pouch is, again, a fine card. All right, so level 5 gives us 2 decent cards, because Scroll of Judgment is nice, the move 2 stun, and then you and all enemies within range 4 suffer 2 damage, the top is more medium. But here we've got Shield 2, affect self and all adjacent allies, which is decent, but more significantly, we've got at the end of each round, refresh one of your spent items, which is crazy good. So this goes over here. So depending on how long a scenario is, in the beginning we can use this because it's 12 initiative and gives us some nice shield. That combined with Echoing Aria lets us shrug off basically all the damage for the scenario. And then after that, being able to repeatedly use weapons is significant. This is another reason that Giant Club is a good card for us, because we'll be able to combine this with a Spear to repeatedly get AoE attack 5s. So yeah, I mean, Reinforced Steel is just an obscene card. All right, so well, we're not, like I said, we can't, neither can we nor would we use infinite combos, so no Scroll of Recall. One adjacent enemy refresh all of their spent items. Yeah, it's interesting with a move 4. We'll set this aside, although I don't think we end up using it. We've got a move 2 shield oneself, which is actually just great, especially since we're going to tank for the party, so we're certainly using Crushing Hammer. Alright, Impaling Spear is a little bit worse at level 5. We can already do this now that we have Reinforced Steel plus Giant Club, so we're less likely to want that. Cleaving Axe is terrible by now. Hasten Step is nice because it gives us a move 5, which gives us kind of an attack 4 on top, and decent initiative for us. Iron Bulwark is an okay shield and decent initiative, although the top isn't very good. It's more for initiative considerations. Crippling Bow as an attack 3, range 3, just don't need this anymore. Initiative is middling at best. Loot 2 on top is beautiful. Refresh all of your consumed items, much more meh. Don't really need this, even though we would love Loot 2 on top. Definitely the scoundrel over here, you're right. So we've got heal 4, range 2, and you and all allies within range 2 add +1 to all your attacks this round. So Sharpening Kit is quite nice. Having some healing when outside of combat is nice, and then having this bottom buff is also really good in combat, especially with the Elementalist. Eventually with the Soothsinger as well, once she gets Booming Proc, but for now, just with the Elementalist at least, this can be very, very powerful, since the Elementalist can hit a significant number of targets. So yeah, like Sharpening Kit. Restock, again, we're not, anything basically at this point that has a loss isn't very appealing to us, since we want to play Reinforced Steel early in scenarios and we just don't have that much longevity. All allies within range 2, refresh one of their spent or consumed items. Meh. And then attack 3 and bottom, we've already got better than that with the bottom of Giant Club anyway, and it's not like we'd be that compelled to take that. And then Proficiency. Once during each of your attack actions, you may use an item at a +1 attack. If you use an item at +1 to the entire attack action. Proficiency is obviously there for the combo with Bladed Boomerang, but we can't go infinite anyway. So yeah, this is kind of out. So I guess that leaves us these two cards, huh? To meet our 9. I think that's fine. Is there anything here we really regret? I mean, so these move 3 or attack 3 on bottom. I mean, the interesting thing is the attack 3 on bottom is, I guess, okay, because we're going to use Giant Club for the top a lot. But no, I think it's still fine to lose this because we've got other bottoms that we can use in those situations. The bottom of Iron Bulwark will be quite useful. We also just, I mean, Iron Bulwark was nice because we need some early initiative. That's one thing we're really lacking. We've got the 12 here, and then 17, 19 gives us at least 3 good early initiatives. Whereas, I mean, here we've got a late initiative. This doesn't really give us late or early, so yeah, there's the loot too. That's kind of the only other thing. We don't need another range attack. We've got 2 good range attacks now with Bladed Boomerang and Scroll of Lightning. Bladed Boomerang really just being better than Crippling Bow. And these are all... And I guess there is Impaling Spears, kind of, I guess, the one other consideration. But I don't think so. I think Reserved Energy is nice because we don't actually have any late initiative otherwise. I mean, yeah, we've got 77, but 70s are still kind of It's late-ish, but not truly. Into the 80s is when you really start to feel good about your ability to go after monsters, right? So having an 88 initiative is just really nice. It gives us the possibility of going late, and it gives us a move 4, which is fine. At this point, we then have, we've got a move 4 here, a move 5 here, and a move 4 here. Although, again, both of these we're fine with using the top. This one less. It'll more likely be these two for bottoms a lot. But again, this one's very flexible, and this honestly can give us a nice between fights effect. We've got 2 good between fights effects now, with both Sharpening Kit and Reserved Energy, so that's pretty reasonable. Obviously, Reserved Energy, good on the Elementalist for sure, who uses 4 spent items. Probably less good on the Soothsinger. All right. So these are our cards that we're certainly using. I guess I should do the music notes. Well, it depends on the scenario. Theoretically, this is correct, though. All right, let's do the perks. So we're definitely ignoring negative item effects and adding 2+1. Refreshing an item. How good is this anymore? So those are the best perks normally. It's not really anything that impressive to. I mean, yeah, if we can get like a major healing potion, it can be just a heal 5 for us. We can get a summon at some point, maybe. Ring of Haste is also tempting. Yeah, there are definitely some things we can use, but I think it's not at least until we've bought them, not that great yet, and we're gonna have to buy more basic stuff to begin with since we don't have that much more money. All right, so let's just go with the nice perks. I always wonder about this add target. I think it's not that good. I mean, we've got 2 ranged attacks, which makes it good, but then we'll make this as a non-ranged attack often. I guess we're kind of actually missing an attack currently, right? So maybe we do need Impaling Spear, maybe over Iron Bulwark. Let's actually look at our... So we want to use Giant Club for a top. I mean, this is either a bottom or lost right away. This is a top. This is a top. So these are our primary attacks. This is a bottom, always. I guess this can be a top attack as well. Depends on the enemy type. This can really be either. This really wants to be a bottom. I mean, this is either depending, but in combat a bottom. This is a bottom. So if we were like this, but this is also a bottom. We are kind of bottom heavy, because this also is better as a bottom than a top. Impaling Spear is just not good anymore, though. No, I think this is fine. I mean, like I said, worst case scenario, we end up using this as a top, and that's still not bad. I mean, it's still an attack 4, which I think is better than Impaling Spear. I mean, it's easier to use than Impaling Spear, certainly. Especially because almost every time we can get this, we're going to use an actual spear with our attack 5, so we're not likely to get this that often, and we can just repeatedly do that. Well, we can't actually repeatedly do that, because we can't get items back anymore, but still. I mean, we can't get stamina potions back, but still. I think this is correct. So let's just go like this, then. So accordingly, yeah, I think the add target's not that impressive here. All right, so we're just going to replace as much bad stuff as we can with good stuff for now. And then after this, we'll probably look into starting to get some of these things down here. All right, so what do we get to remove? We get to remove 4 -1s as well as all the +0s. Oof, not bad. So I guess it runs in the family, sort of, not actually married yet, so not technically family, but basically that we like broken classes because Eclipse is, of course, my favorite class, and this, the Quartermaster, is actually Jessica, my fiance's favorite class. Okay, so these are what we take out. And then what we put in is 2 +1s and 2 +2s, right? All right, there we go. Some nice tight decks over here, and then something of a mess of a deck that was supposed to work in theory, but doesn't work in practice. All right, the Quartermaster's 3. So let's set up the Soothsayer's deck, shall we? These cards are all going in. Well, yes to throw voice. We need tops a lot, so it's very possible that we should have Nimble Knife, although our modifier deck also isn't that good yet, but it also gives us a move 4, so I think Nimble Knife is almost always certainly in. Unending Chant. Wistful Wounding. Oh yeah, we need a good song, which is Power Ballad. Call to Action could be decent. It's more bottom than top. Singing Arrow I think is fine. Probably don't need Marching Beat. Tuning the Outcome could be fine. Don't need Song Speed. And Defensive Ditty, not for this party. Just getting +1 attack is going to be better. This is 6 cards here, of which we need to take 5. So Throw Voice is a top. I mean, we basically need to take tops. Power Ballad is a song, so it doesn't matter. We're just going to leave that song up. It's going to be mostly fire and forget with this song until eventually we can get Disorienting Dirge up. So I guess Singing Arrow is a top, even if it's kind of a mediocre top. I guess it's fine for now at level 5. Guess Tuning the Outcome can also be a top, and it's a fine bottom. But and then sure, Nimble Knife, I guess. So we don't bring Call to Action. It's a shame because Call to Action's bottom's good, but again, we just have too many good bottoms. We can't take that. It's so good. Yeah. So we didn't miss out on any good tops. Now the attack 3 immobilize is worse than Nimble Knife. No. So even though... Oh, you don't like to be immune to damage? Oh, you're talking about with defensive Diddy? Well, it's just one defense. It's not actually immune to damage. Plus the Reforge and everything. I mean, it's one thing if you're playing with a different class, but I think here it's a little bit different. Or are you talking about with Disorienting Dirge? But again, Dirge requires setup first. Or what exactly are you referring to, ECO? Is it defensive Diddy? Do you like defensive Diddy more than the +1 attack song? Than Power Ballad? Yeah, you prefer Diddy, huh? Is that actually considered to be better? It's interesting. It's one shield. I mean, I guess it probably does have a bigger impact, right? It's interesting. So this adds basically just 2 damage per turn, whereas Diddy, I guess, blocks significantly more. I used Diddy last time, and I thought that was... Well, I wasn't wrong, because it was the party. I don't know. I'm going to try Power Ballad for now. It might be right to take Diddy, but I'm going to see if I'm fine without it. I've got so many sources of shielding already between Echoing Aria and then the round-based shields for the Quartermaster that I'm not sure how much I need that one extra shield. And I think for now I'd rather try the extra damage from Power Ballad. But if it ends up, I mean, if I feel the hurt a little bit too much, then I'll consider going back. All right, so we need to do a little shopping now. So we got 90 gold. Well, Quartermaster can do the shopping first. So we want a chainmail. We want an iron helmet. We want a long spear, which unfortunately does not allow us to wear shields, but that's okay. We're going more for damage than shielding. The tower shield. Long spear is so good. So good. Plus, it's thematic for the Quartermaster for him to use a spear. Ugh, that's tough. It's always tough for the Quartermaster, right? If only he could just, like, if he could just carry more weapons. He's the only one who really cares about that. Because getting Tower Shield is so valuable because this gives every Reforge refresh gives us 2 shield. But here, like, every Reforge refresh is theoretically 5 damage. The problem is that we don't actually, you can't really refresh this every turn. I would say once every 2 turns or something like that. And Chainmail you can't refresh all the time. But I think this is probably still correct. I mean, otherwise we refresh boots. It's definitely, I think I prefer in this party to have Iron Helmet. Eagle-Eye Goggles are fine on him, but, well, I guess Eagle-Eye Goggles are actually better on him now than they normally are. Normally, Eagle-Eye Goggles aren't great on him because of how the +0 refreshes work with ambiguity. But here, since we're not actually really using the +0 refreshes because we don't have stamina potions, maybe Eagle-Eye Goggles have gotten better. But I think since he is going to be mostly the primary tank, Iron Helmet is just a bit too valuable. Getting crit on the primary tank is way too bad, especially when we're stacking shield. So Boots of Striding I don't need on her, so I can buy the Boots of Striding on him. All right. So here we have 50, 80, but minus 12. So that puts us at 68 gold thus far that we spent, right? Yeah. So that leaves us with 22 gold remaining. So what can we do with 22 gold remaining? Buy some small items, I guess. A bit more longevity. A bit of healing. And a bit of elemental generation. Seems fine. They're all cheap and effective. We don't have our big attacks yet, so power potion isn't that important. Yeah, I think this is correct. This is a good baseline for the Quartermaster. So each one of these potions costs 7, which means that that costs us 21 gold to buy the remainder of those. So we have 1 gold left. All right. So we're done there. So meanwhile over here. Well, we need the comfortable shoes, I'm sure of. Definitely the right way to go. Ooh, we also want the compass. I don't really need many items in this class either, so yeah, let's just start with those 2. So that's 80 gold already. Every party should have a compass, right? Ooh, but is it better than for him to get that? Is the compass the thing we need on him? Yeah, no, we should have the compass on him. Because the point is, at some point, we're going to get these refresh plus 0 refreshes. So we want to have something valuable to refresh. I said it could be a summon, but this is kind of awkward and not even very effective. So maybe the compass is better to be on the Quartermaster. The only point is, it's kind of weird refreshing the compass because you're not. I mean, yeah, the compass can always do stuff, but it's not that many times per scenario that the compass will actually do something. But it is probably correct that the compass should be on the Quartermaster. It's kind of silly because there aren't that many items we actually want on the music note on the Soothsayer. But yeah, I mean, we want Ring of Haste. Guess we'll definitely take a Hamlet Potion then. And what else? So that's 70 minus 9, so 61. So we have 29 gold left. Oops, there we go. All right, so 29 gold. What can we buy that is relevant to us? No, there are 2 volatile bombs. I actually forgot about the volatile bomb on the elementalist, and volatile bomb on her. I think isn't that relevant? Oh, that reminds me. Hold on, I've got to actually check. I forgot to check for him. I think I have better armor for him actually. I'm not supposed to have chainmail. Yep. Nope. This is better. Yeah, this is definitely better. I had just forgotten that I had these. All right, so actually, we're gonna have to change his item purchasing a bit. I guess. No, even if I get rid of Boots of Striding, well, I guess I'm gonna get rid of this and this. Oh, oops, sorry, let me come back here. All right, so we're gonna be spoiling random item design number 74. Just fair warning to everyone, because we actually want that item on him. I forgot that we had this. So we sell these, I mean, we give these back. We just not have bought them, and we're still in town. So that's 17 plus 7, so 24 gold that we get back. So this is up to 25. And then the chainmail going back. It's another 17. Brings it up to 42. And then we buy something that costs 37, so that puts us down to 5. All right, and we're gonna go now spoil that item. I mean, do I think that this one item we're gonna get is better than these 3 items? Absolutely not. But I do believe that it is better for me to have this item in the long run. I'd rather have it than the chainmail. So here we go, the Sword Knowledge Armor, which was a pretty nice unlock for us. It fits quite well on the Quartermaster. It might even, I mean, retaliate stacking isn't really a thing on the Quartermaster, so that portion is less relevant. It's kind of just a little bit of free damage occasionally. It's not that important. The more significant portion, though, is the fact that, I mean, it gives you basically 6 points of effects without having to have more than 3 circles. So it compares favorably to some higher level armor in this regard, at least. All right. Why do you ask about the volatile bomb limit, Mike? Like I said, I mean, or was there something about that specifically? Like I said, I should have one here, but I don't think there's anyone else that should have the volatile bomb. I mean, I can't have it on the Quartermaster, but this just never makes sense because you want refreshable weapons on him anyway. And yeah, the Soothsinger volatile bomb is. Oof, I mean, yeah, you can copy this, but I mean, yeah, with her modifier deck, that's not bad, but I don't think that's very good either. All right, so we're at 5 gold there, so we still have the 29 gold here. Yeah, that's fair with Scroll of Lightning. But I don't know. Yeah. And there are ways to refresh it. They're just not. Yeah, I mean, I think it's fine to do that with Scroll of Lightning. It's just, yeah. Because, I mean, it's also different because you're playing, I assume, with real stamina potions. So we've kind of had to completely warp the way we build him as well. So normally we would try to get these. I mean, we would not do this. I guess we would have probably done this, and these maybe. And we just try to abuse these as much as possible. But because we don't have real stamina potions, this effect, the refresh items, is much less valuable. So because we can't use that effect as much for consumed items like we normally would, we're going more for spent items and more relying on whatever the card is, the level 5 card. reinforced steel, which means, yeah, a refreshable weapon seems very valuable. Now, we could still do Volatile Bomb plus the 2 shield, which is not bad, but to be honest, since we have a music note in our party, I just value damage more than defense anyway, because, I mean, I'm still obviously taking some defense things, but the music note is going to provide us so much CC and enemies not dealing damage with attacks and everything like that anyway, that being able to consistently output more damage is more valuable to me. All right, so 29 gold on the music note. What should we buy? Could buy wand to help out here. Well, I guess we can buy more small items. We've got 2 small items thus far. I wonder if we should actually be considering having a major, because we're going to use comfortable shoes, so we're actually going to want to use minor actions a lot. That means I have to import the correct ones. I'll just buy another, because yeah, this is an important question, right? If we should be using major, because if we use generic bottoms a lot, then we can actually use Hamina quite a bit. So it's possible you actually want to have both Haminas on her. She also has low longevity. Although Quartermaster also has low longevity and plays a loss right away, where she doesn't really ever play losses. I mean, because you can't. Is there anything else of value that we could really get on her in the meantime, otherwise? Probably not so much. All right, yeah, let's do it then. So give me a second. I've got to save this. I'm just gonna. All right, so this is New Haven. No, I do not want to do that. Overwrite. All right, and we just need to load up this real quick. I got to change this because there might be a spoiler class. I just have to load this up because I just need to import the correct potions now. Just give me 1 second. All right. Copy these, and then we load our game back up. DTS being quite laggy. Give me 1 second. All right, almost done. Because, yeah, I think it is correct, actually, to have a big stamina as well on the Soothsinger. I mean, well, new stamina. Hamina. In this case, we're actually going to use the proper, which is endurance. All right, and we can change the screen back. There we go. Because I think it makes, I mean, I think since we're buying comfortable shoes, it's with the concession that we're going to use a fair number of generic actions. Also, it certainly happens that we play generic tops. I think Music Note might actually be the character who plays the most generic actions. So yeah, I think it's reasonable for us to load up on Ham. All right, so we're going to copy these in. All right, so this means we're actually going to hand out the correct versions of these to everyone else. So you get one, and you get one, and you get one. I don't know why I just copy pasted them up here and then proceed to do this, but so be it. This is the exact same item. This is just the correct implementation of it. We'll keep the hams on the side just for when we get hungry. All right. So these go up here. There's one too many, but so be it. All right. So we'll buy one of these, which will cost us 27. So we'll be on to 2 gold. All right, beautiful. We'll see if this ends up being necessary or not. I'm going to get some damage tokens down here to track these. All right, and I believe then we just need to change the elementalist deck because we just brought that silly dark creator in the last scenario. And what we wanted was to have another movement card, which again should have been Ice and Earth. All right. Whew, we've done it. We have set up our 3 classes, and we have a pretty cool party going forward. These 2 are going to certainly need some more money to finish up their items, but overall we're looking pretty nice here. What did we buy with his remaining items? We did give him his gold, right? All that gold he gained, and I guess we bought something? Was it buying? Yeah, I think we bought, oh yeah, Boots is Riding a Moon Earring. Yep, all right, great. All right, so here we go. So we do have to, oh, there's a curse somewhere. We got a curse in the last scenario, it wasn't us, was it? Maybe we just forgot. Ah, whatever. There's one too few here, we'll just copy one of them. So we do have to do a road event real quick. This is supposed to be shuffled. Oh, we needed to, yeah, well, give me a second. I've just got to do multiple road event things. I need to add their events. I don't add them in normally beforehand because I don't want to have to get the boxes out, although I probably should just do it in between. So, all right, did that number, I think. All right. Just have to add some more road events to the deck, I think. Maybe I already did this. No, I did not. Technically, you're supposed to add these when you unlock the classes, but I avoid doing it, which I guess technically gives me a small advantage because I don't see them without having at least played the classes once, but I just don't do this so that I don't spoil these for people before, I mean, so that I don't have to open the boxes. But like I said, I guess I should just start doing this off stream at some point once I unlock classes. I'll have to try to remember to do that. I just kind of forget to do things off stream. All right, so I have to do just my road event real quick. Yep, nice. I mean, I already knew, but yep, I did no city event, correct, exactly. All right, let's flip them back over. I already added the elementalist, but I hadn't added the other 2. All right, so we got 1 bless each. Here we go. So we start the first room with 2 elite flame demons in it. And they are ready to start pounding. All right, what is our level here? Let's just calculator it. So we are 15. Well, this should be easy, right? I mean, it's 5.5 is 2.5. So round it up as 3. All right, let's go to +3 difficulty. Why not? So we'll go to 6. Three manning it with these classes, good luck. Are these classes that bad? I don't think this should be good luck. I mean, admittedly, our nerfed 3 spears. I think if anything, it should be good luck to the monsters, but we'll see. I mean, +3 difficulty. I guess maybe we lose here. How big of a difference would this have been? I'm curious. Would they still have range? No, they still have range 3. Yeah, it doesn't change much here. I guess they did give one more shield, right? Yeah, so the pierce is actually going to be different. Ah, it's true. Oh, they're a bit more planning heavy than some others. Yeah, that's fair, I guess. Yeah, that's definitely fair. Yeah, so actually, if we were at, oh no, we're doing it between the wrong ones. No, it's not changing much. All right, well, anyway. It doesn't really matter anyway. So we're going +3 difficulty here. We'll add that in the title because that seems to attract people. All right. So where do we start? Any of these? So this is rather difficult. What we need to do is we need to be able to use Winter's Edge to kill one of these wind demons. We don't really have much otherwise to deal with them. These flame demons, sorry. So they have retaliate at range 3, so we have to hit from 4. So Winter's Edge does solve the problem. I guess Formless Power can also theoretically solve the problem. And well, at least it allows us to attack, but it's not very good. We probably want to play the bottom of Formless Power, but if we use the bottom of Formless Power, then we don't get to create an element, which is also bad. Could use Primal Duality on the first turn, but then we lose the bottom, which is just not worth it. Yeah, Burial is definitely not the route. Yeah, I don't think we have, as the elementals, much really. And there's this, but even with this Pierce, it just does nothing. We actually, yeah, the elementals just, like similar to the spell weaver, can't really deal with flame demons with this high difficulty flame. Do we actually have any way in our part? we we literally cannot deal with them. I mean, Winter's Edge actually doesn't even kill them; it leaves it to 1. And then we'd have to go through an entire rest cycle. No one else in our party can even damage one of them. Interesting. Trying to think. So with Sharpening Kit, we can actually just kill the turn we use Winter's Edge. But how do we actually ever kill the other one? We can wound it with Bladed Boomerang. We're going to take a bunch of Retaliate, and then we're going to have a bunch of turns with it hitting us. And you can also wound it with Singing Arrow. Is our party literally incapable of dealing with high shield enemies? Yeah, I guess we are. We just absolutely cannot deal with these. We just have no way of killing them. I mean, we can once, but with, I mean, all right, so this is when normal stamina potions would be quite different, right? Is normally we would Winter's Edge, stamina potion, Winter's Edge, but since we don't have real stamina potions, we would have to just short rest immediately. All right, well, let's look at the scenario goal here. We may actually just go down to +2 difficulty. I think this might actually be asking a bit much to do +3 when our party is so poorly set up to deal with this. So there's no special rules. Kill a number of drakes equal to 4 times the number of characters. So we need to kill 12 drakes. Yeah, I think I'm just going to do... I mean, I know this is kind of weak to do this, but I think just doing +2 difficulty is fine. Yeah. Taking the coward's way out. I'm still not sure I'm going to deal with them, but I think this is going to be difficult enough just trying to deal with these that I think I'm fine only going +2 difficulty. I'm still not sure what I'm supposed to do. But I think this scenario is actually going to be quite difficult for us just because of this one enemy type. I think the rest of the scenario shouldn't be too hard. All right. I mean, we could have a piercing bow or something like that, but I mean, maybe having a piercing bow on the elementals feels terrible. Having a piercing bow here would also feel terrible. The Soothsinger could, but again, Soothsinger doesn't actually get to make big attacks. Yeah, this is a problem for us without a doubt. All right, so let's just try to address it. Let's not fret so much. So what we need to do is we need to create wind and ice. So we need to move with this, which again kind of gives us a turn of not doing a top action. We just don't have anything to set up on top. I guess we could use Crystallizing Blast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3 for here. The retaliate's at range 3, right? I mean, does it really do anything to do that? Getting extra elements doesn't really change much, but sure. So in that case, no, I guess it does, because that gives us ice as well. So then we can just go ahead and set up Formless Power now. So we'll get the ice no matter what, and then we can use the wand to create wind if we don't get the wind with a flip, which is pretty unlikely since we only have a single wind flip in our deck. And then the other element we get can add to our Winter's Edge the following turn. So we'll have to be Winter's Edging this one. No, we have range 4 from both. So yeah, this is, yep, that's fine. All right, so that at least, I mean, it gives us a top action, although it doesn't really do anything. So what is the rest of our party doing? Well, I think the damage song looks like a pretty reasonable choice here. And I guess blesses are pretty valuable. Shielding can also be valuable with Arya. So we need to use Sharpening Kit presumably next turn. Guess Sharpening Kit isn't necessary next turn. Because Winter's Edge should kill, unless it misses, right? At this point with the ballad, it's going to be 6, and we have Pierce 4, so it's effectively 10, and these guys have 11? But we'll have an extra element with Formless Power, presumably, but actually not guaranteed. So we do need a Sharpening Kit, actually, next turn. Okay. So that means we need to be next to the Elementalist. So what if we do something like this? So in that case, yeah, I mean, Arya is probably just fine. Because it doesn't look like we're CCing any of them since we have to set up our song. And this way we won't get attacked by any of them. We can start like this, right? Yes. So we're certainly supposed to use Bladed Boomerang here to put a wound on one of them because it's really one of the only ways we're ever killing them. And then after that, do what? I guess the bottom Reinforced Steel is probably fine here. This way we can just shrug off all their damage. I mean, all their actual attacking damage because we'll have 4 shield from Arya on that, and they attack for 4, so that's perfect. All right. This works. Let's give it a try. Should reshuffle everything one last time for good luck. Good measure. Oops. Oh, God, I'm doing all this stuff and they're not even having the decency to attack. And they're moving. Oh, no. That's so bad. That's the worst. Oh, that's the actual worst. Because I can't create the element. I have Decent Potion. Oh, God. That's so bad. Because I can't attack them anymore to create ice. Well, alright, we're just gonna have to use some items. This is, God, I mean, this is a terrible action for them generally. But I mean, I guess if they'd gone this fast, I would only have 2 shield up, but I mean, that's better than this. Alright, well, the the Soothsinger goes first. We're gonna activate Power Ballad. All allies have +1 attack to one of their attacks each round, so that's active. And then we have Echoing Aria, but there's really no reason to use it here. I guess if we move up, go here. Yeah, alright. So, because gaining shield is just going to do nothing for us, so we're going to do a kind of silly thing, but we're going to do a move 3 with the bottom of Echoing Aria. We can do move 3 here because we have comfortable shoes, so all our generics are move 3s. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3 like this, and we're going to use a charge of our Major Endurance Potion. By going here, these will move there, and then the Elementalists can actually move back and hit them. This means, unfortunately, we're not getting Formless Power, but it's better than getting Retaliated. And otherwise, yeah, there's no way we can move in such a way that's better than this. All right, so we're done. So then the Flame Demons go. They have -1 move. This doesn't really matter. They just move to their focus, which is just like this. I guess now here's a more reasonable trap location. All right, and so these traps are 4 damage. So then the Quartermaster goes. So we're going to use the top of Bladed Boomerang, gaining 1 experience, doing an attack 2, range 3 wound. I'm going to target number 2, I guess. Okay, it doesn't really matter, but we do put a wound on it. We take how much Retaliate? 4. Cool. And then we've got the bottom of Reinforced Steel, which again, the shield does nothing. So where do we want to move after this? We move anywhere meaningful. We can do a giant club on both of them. I mean, I suppose no matter what, we should move up adjacent to them. Sure. So we'll use, well, I guess not all the way adjacent, because we don't want to, yeah, we've got a generic move 2 at the bottom of Reinforced Steel. We're going to use a Slice of Ham, which at this point is known as, oops. placing a damage token on our endurance potion. This way we can recover reinforced steel by performing a generic move too. And I guess just going here is fine. Oh no, we need to go next to where the elementals is going to be because we're going to use sharpening kit. All right, so actually we'll move to there. That seems fine then. All right, so then the elementalist goes. So now we're going to have to step back so we don't get retaliated a bunch. So we're going to use the bottom of Formless Power as a generic move too. Move back to here. We could ham. So the other two people have used a charge immediately of their potions because they're at 9-card hand sizes. So using one immediately gives 1 turn, which is very worthwhile. But for us, if we use 1 charge now, we would have to use another charge afterwards. So it wouldn't give us another turn. It would just give us Formless Power back. Same time, getting Formless Power for next turn is pretty valuable. Assuming we create another element. I guess we can decide. How does it actually work? No, because you have to do it immediately with this wording. It's not the end of turn. So, So we can't attack first and see if we get another element or not. And we can always create earth with this. But if we have sharpening kit, doesn't matter. Let's double check this again. So this is going to be, this is going to be an attack 5, pierce 4. So this gives us 9. 1 from Power Ballad, 1 from sharpening kit. That's 11, right? And they have effectively 11 health. We don't believe have any. No, we have no -1s in our deck. Yes, so it would change nothing to activate Formless Power. All right, so no, this is fine then. So we just go where we are using the bottom of Formless Powers, generic move 2, and then we're going to use the top of Crystallizing Blast to do an attack 1, range 3. It doesn't really matter which attack we get the +1 from because they can never deal any damage, but we'll secondly do attack 2 and then attack 1 because we get +1 on just one of our attacks from Power Ballad. All right, so first on the wounded demon, then on the other demon. All right, in both cases, no damage. All right, and that's the end of the round. Oopsies, we were supposed to have gotten this back. Yes. All right, so we need to use Sharpening Kit. And I guess we're hitting with Scroll of Lightning. So we have to go after 23 with the Elementalist. Also not really optimal. Oh, sorry. And so we need to use the Wand of Storms to create wind. I almost forgot about that part. Yeah, but we need to use Sharpening Kit at this point. I guess we could have gotten Formless Power back, and then we wouldn't need to do this because the initiative is actually quite bad. But it does make sense for us to use Scroll of Lightning. This does a fair amount of damage to that demon over there. I mean, I guess it makes sense to use Dirge now. This blesses both allies and curses 2 enemies. And then we can curse both enemies as well. I guess it's us who's getting hit a bunch here. Hopefully not. Because those can actually hurt. I mean, they're 2 attack 4s. We have 10 life, so theoretically we're fine, but yeah, we'll see. All right, so in here, we use Winter's Edge. And again, we want to go after 23, so I think we have a 28 somewhere. Yes, this. That's fine to use, I suppose. All right, and we need to hope that they go after us. All right, they do go after us. Oh, dear God. Well, we're not creating the... Yeah, we can just use a generic move, too. Great. All right, so first things first, we have the Soothsinger. So the Soothsinger gains 1 experience, as she does every turn, and we're going to gain 1 more experience with the Bottom of Disorienting Dirge. So we're going to use the Bottom of Disorienting Dirge, Curse, target all enemies within range 3, and then we're going to do Bless, affect all allies within range 3. And then we're going to do a Curse with the top of Singing Arrow like this. So in the end, we're going to give 4 curses to the enemies. And we're going to give 1 Bless to each ally. Okay, and then we're done. So then it is the Quartermaster's turn. So we're going to use the Bottom of Sharpening Kit. You and all allies within range 2. I didn't have to be adjacent. I was thinking of the Tinkerer's thing. I could have been 1 further up. Oh well. You and all allies within range 2 add +1 to all your attacks this round. And then we're going to use the top of Scroll of Lightning. So we've got +1 from Power Ballad and +1 from Sharpening Kit. This gives us an attack 7. We're going to target Flame Demon number 2, the wounded one. We have no special items to use for this. All right, so this gives us an 8 in the end. +1, +1, +1. It has 5 shield, so it takes 3 damage from this. It's the best we're going to do. So it goes down to 3, and so we just need 3 turns of it dying to its wound. Easy. These things were a nightmare for this party. Okay, and so then we have the Elementalist who's up next. So the Elementalist is going to gain 1 experience, consuming ice and air, to get an attack 5, range 4, pierce 4. We have +1 attack from Power Ballad and +1 attack from Sharpening Kit, so this actually makes this an attack 7, pierce 4, so effectively 11, targeting Flame Demon number 4. All we had to do is not miss. Thank God. Thank God. All right, so we do one-shot him. Battle goals. These actually matter a lot because all of us care about getting perks. So we'll try to apply these retroactively. Is it this likely that we overkill a monster? Let's take a look at the things in here. So at best we do attack 5s against a regular Flame Demon, even. Not very easily, no. More likely they have 3 or 4 total cards in the hand at the end? Yeah. Yep, for sure. All right. Take only long rests. Never allow your hit point value to drop below half. Probably this. Definitely not taking only long rests. We have, what, no refreshable items? Yeah, 0 refreshable items. Taking only long rest seems like a disaster. All right, and here, kill 5 or more monsters, gain 7 or fewer experience. How is our experience gain? So Bladed gives 1. Sharpening Kit top gives 1. Giant Club gives 1. Reserved Energy. It's not that high, right? I think we can maybe make it to 7 or fewer, as opposed to killing 5 or more monsters. It's also pretty likely that we kill 5 or more monsters, though. We're actually the highest damage dealer in the party. Yeah, let's just take the thing that's safer. Personal quests! Oh, dear God. Wow, we're good at this. All right. So this is for the Soothsinger. ECO, I blame you. I'm just kidding. It's for the Quartermaster. All right. Huh, I wonder which class we're going to unlock. Complete 15 different scenarios or purchase 4 enhancements. How easy is it even to purchase enhancements for the Soothsinger? Not so easy, right? I can't even remember pushing enhancements for this class. 1 cards? I mean, I guess theoretically it can be done. All right, so minimum cost, but this is just kind of wasting enhancements as well. 15 different scenarios. So we would literally have to do 15 scenarios exactly. Yeah, I guess that's fair. That's just more guaranteed. All right. Take that one. Over here. This is the one, right? Throw voice and singing arrow are 66 gold. Yeah, that's fair. And throw voice is actually good to enhance. Yeah, I forgot about that actually. And there's the sun thing as well. All right, good call. Good call. You're right. The other one is a better choice. To be honest, I was just forgetting about the extra hex things. I just couldn't remember what I actually enhanced with this class. But yeah, you're right. Singing arrow, I don't think I like that much though to enhance because I don't like using it that much later. But yeah, definitely throw voices. All right. So this is tough because this is, well, I mean, obviously we couldn't be more Quartermaster than the Quartermaster. So Quartermaster is Quartermaster, and Quartermaster would do Quartermaster things. But at the same time, this unlocks a class we don't already have. I don't like donating though. I really don't like donating. Ugh. How? I guess I'm fine on prosperity. It's not that big of a deal if I get. I don't want to give 120 gold up. Nah, just to play Saw, who's kind of silly broken anyway. Nah, we're good. We'll take this. So this way we're unlocking still 2 new classes. So we'll unlock 2 new classes, and there are 2 classes we haven't played in this campaign. So we'll still have 4 unlockable classes this way. Only 1 repeat. I think that's fine. All right. So we did the thing. And now we're going to just use the bottom of Stoking Hail as a generic move too. Like this. Because we don't want to create the fire, because then he will use it. It will not benefit us. Not at all. Do we really want to get... I guess, yeah, our goal is just to move past this thing now and let it die. All right, so it takes 1 damage from its wound, goes down to 2, so we'll just have 1 more round of having to deal with it. It's best case. So it's just going to attack the Soothsinger, makes a disadvantaged attack for on the Soothsinger. I think we shuffled this since putting curses in, but let's make sure. Okay, so 3. That's fine. It does suck that we had to use. Oh yeah, we forgot to take our retaliate damage as well. It sucks that we actually had to use sharpening kit there. Because we really would have liked that healing. But it is what it is. So I guess we're going to do Soothing Lullaby because, again, the Quartermaster does really need some healing, and we can just disarm this so that it doesn't threaten us. And then the Elementalist kind of wants to set up for going into the next room. But which elements do we want going into the next room? I mean, I guess we've got this, which can use basically any elements except these. So really we can only create one relevant element before going into the next room, which is ice, which would just give us as an attack 1 range 3 stun. It's pretty bad. Primal Duality is just less important as a bottom for now. So instead we would just do a move 3. I mean, 2 and 2 works, but I guess 2 doesn't really change anything. I guess we can create ice this turn, and then the following turn we can use the bottom of Raw Enhancement to get a move 5. That seems fine. So that's our move. What do we want for a top? Nothing, because we don't want to lose cards. I mean, to take damage or anything like that. There's no reason to attack. So we're going to use this next turn. I guess, again, we're not close to using this anytime soon, although it does give us our only good remaining initiative. Yeah, I mean, we're not going to fire anytime soon, so I guess we can get rid of Ice Spikes for now. Oops, wrong spot. All right, so he'll be disarmed. There's a coin. We do want coins, so what about a move 3? We don't really have a move 3. We can use a move 4. But it's also nice to use reserved energy here because we got nothing else to do. Ooh, but the Elementals can actually do a move 3 and pick up that coin. All right, that's reasonable. So if the Elementalist is going there, we can go 1, 2, 3, 4 to pass the Elementalist. We have a move 4. We just got a move 5 left. It's kind of a shame to use that now. But it is certainly worth giving back this. Then we won't have any big movement left, though. We have our boots. We don't have boots of striding. Ugh. It's kind of rough. What if we just move 2 to begin with? It's annoying because we just moved here. These traps are actually annoying. Legitimately annoying. No, I guess it's fine to use the move 5 here. So you need to go after the Elementalist. Elementalist is going 17. That's easy. Right. So the Soothsinger goes first. It's going to do a heal 3 range 4, gaining 1 experience, plus always 1 more experience. Because Song up. And the heal 3 will be on the Quartermaster, who needs the healing much more than the Soothsinger does. And then we use the top of Throw Voice to quite simply disarm him. Okay, then the Elementalist goes and performs a move 2 with the bottom of Infernal Vortex. Yeah, this will work. Moving to there and creating ice. And then the Quartermaster goes and performs a move 5 with the bottom of Hasten Step. Oh no, because we want the coin. So what if we do 3 to there? This would require using our boots though. But then I guess the Quartermaster refreshes our boots. Maybe we don't even need that much movement. Better to get the wand back. Yeah, probably. So we use our boots to move there as a 3. This coin was inconveniently placed, but it's not like I want to pass up a coin. It's quite valuable. We all really need money. So then the Quartermaster does his move 5. 4. And uses the top of reserved energy, which gives 1 experience and allows the Elementalist to refresh an item. Maybe the boots are more valuable than the Wand of Storms. Well, yeah, the Wand of Storms can be decent. Maybe it can do something here, or when we get back, Winter's Grasp. I mean, are we going to long rest before going into this room? No, probably not. So, yeah, I would say we should get back to Wand of Storms. Movement's probably less important. All right, so we'll get that back. And then the Flame Demon goes, but is disarmed, so it goes down to 1. With its wound. Well, this is a better move. Don't really have range attacks. Possible we set up this. We don't really want to set up this here. We'd rather set this up on our next rest cycle to not lose an additional card. Although I guess we have the Hamana potions to cover that. So maybe it is better to get Reinforced Steel set up. I mean, once we get into this giant room, it's going to be really tough fighting. So it's better to have Reinforced Steel up. Well, regardless, we don't need to play this or this turn. No, because we could actually make it to the door, so we could use... Do we want to make it to the door? Yeah, maybe. So in that case, all right, so I guess we want to do that this turn, because then next turn we'll actually want to attack with Giant Club. So if we're going to the door this turn, we're getting attacked by a bunch of things. I guess we actually want to use Crushing Hammer. And the next turn, presumably, we can use this bottom plus this top. Maybe. We'll see. It's a pretty risky door open here, but our limited movement at this point is creating some issues for us. So let's see. The Quartermaster will be in the door. The Elementalist can move a bunch. Because we have ice. We can also use the ice to stun with this. So this might just be better to do these things and go later. Because honestly, the stun might... I mean, this is just stun shot at that point, which is still fine. And the following turn... Yeah, I don't know what we're doing. Maybe we'll even use the top of Primal Duality. Honestly, that could be okay. In the following room. Plus Burial. Alright, this looks alright. And so for us, we want to go late, do this. I guess do this, because there's a possibility if something runs adjacent to the Quartermaster, we can actually attack it with one of these. Ooh, 78, 78. And presumably we want, you know, like the Quartermaster on the door and the Elemental here, and then we just move to here, and we get to blast both of them with our top action. In the following turn, we echoing Aria, and probably not do anything with Nimble Knife, but that's okay. All right, let's go. I'm gonna consume my ice, huh? Well, I mean, I go first, but annoying. So I can't recreate ice, basically. So the Quartermaster goes first. We're gonna do a move to shield oneself. Pop, pop. There we go. Let's set up this giant room of death. Yeah, not having Boots of Striding is brutal. It may have been a mistake. Getting that armor is so valuable, though, but it's possible that I should have actually just not bought armor yet. I don't know if that could have been correct, and then just had the Boots of Striding. How can people live without Boots of Striding? I mean, especially for opening doors, it's just so valuable to be able to suddenly be like, all right, well, I'll take 2 more movement. I'd like to run away now. So there are one. Where's the rock I'm missing? It's the one right in the center. Then. Yep. All right. More flame demons, huh? Oof. All right, so we got 2 regular flame demons. At least those are a little bit easier to deal with. How much health do they have? 4 health, 4 shield, 3 retaliate, range 2. At least those we can hit. Okay, and then we've got 1 elite. Oh no, I'm doing bottoms. It's top rights. All right, so we've got 3 regular reddening drakes. Our goals again. Kill 5 or fewer monsters. Oh, no, 5 or more monsters. We did get the wound there, so that'll be a kill for us. Hit points at the end, cards at the end. Okay. So the only thing we got to worry about during is the killing the monsters thing. Okay, and then we have just a single spitting drake in this room? Alright, well that's okay, unless he does a stupid stun attack. Nice. Oof. I was afraid. Renegade Drake, so that's a vicious attack. As I learned when playing with Random Actuary. Alright, sorry. Sorry for the low voice there. Spitting Drake has 12 health. Running Drakes have 10 health. And of course I have my Retaliate armor, and they're just choosing to not care by making, even despite being melee enemies, doing ranged attacks. Alright, and so yeah, I think I have to get this set up. This is going to be a tough fight, so I'm going to gain 2 experience and activate Reinforced Steel, which is at the end of each round, refresh one of your spent items. Which is nice because actually I'm going to get to refresh Sword Knowledge Armor immediately after this round because I'm definitely taking 3 attacks here. So I have 1 shield from Crushing Hammer as well. Alright, so then the Spitting Drakes are next. That's poison. Oh, it's so... Oh no, the poison... Yeah, never mind. Alright, so the Spitting Drake is before. Still. But still. Oh, we're not going to get to hit anything then. Well, anyway, so the Spitting Drake has 4 range and 4 movement. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. So it makes an attack of 4 muddle on the Quartermaster. So muddle no matter what. So we have 1 shield there, and we'll use 1 shield here, obviously, to take 2 damage. Okay. So then it's 54 is the Elementalist. This actually sucks to go before them. Couldn't have been 1 sooner, huh? All right. So we have a move 3 on the bottom here. Don't. They're multi-target, right? So hold on. Where were we? We were here. With -2 movement, so they have 2 movement each and 3 range. So at best, it's what, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. So 1, 2, 3. So we cannot go 1 behind the Quartermaster, otherwise we're gonna get spit on. All right. Well that's a bit unfortunate. So don't have Foremost power up yet either. If we played that here, we could have at least, but yeah. Hmm. Well, regardless, we're going to consume the ice because it's not doing anything else. It's not true, actually. No. So we could gain 1 experience from it, but it'll actually deal 1 damage to both the flame demons in this room. I mean, in the other room, which is actually probably more valuable than 1 experience, even though I really do want the experience. All right. Well, I guess I'm just doing one of these as a generic move, and I'm just going to move to here because this way I won't get spit on, and I'm also still adjacent for the Soothsayer to give stuff. To give blesses. The interesting question though is no, because we can't take this much damage. If I went up, then they would come up further, but I guess this one's coming up further anyway. Yeah, it'll be fine. Okay, so we're done. We don't do anything then. So then the running drakes go. Like I said, they have -2 movement, so 2 movement. They have 3 range, and they make attack 4, 2 target, poison wound. So here, this just moves to here. Oh no, it actually doesn't even need to move. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Yeah, so the Soothsayer's not going to get to hit anyone with this attack, unfortunately. On its move attack, if we'd moved up, so if we went to here, so we go to here and hit both of us. So if I went here, then this one would actually end up moving to here, so that it could attack both of us. Neither of these would then attack the Elementalist, because they can't not have disadvantage on him while hitting the Elementalist. But, so the question is, do I want, giving the Soothsayer an attack 3 on one of the Drakes, is that worth taking an attack 4 wound poison? No, and the answer is no. With the Soothsinger having a full modifier deck, maybe, but not with this modifier deck. Okay, so both of these can attack from where they are. God, this really sucks. And then, no, actually, all of them can attack from where they are. So none of them need to move at all. Yep. All right. So the first is going to be an attack 4. Then after that's going to be 5 and 5. So 4, miss, wounded, or poisoned and wounded. And now there's poison, so now these will each be 5s. So 4, so we subtract 1 there and 1 there. So 2. And again, 4, subtract 1 there and 1 there. So 2. Okay, so we're done. So then the flame demons go. They consume ice, which makes them take 1 damage. This one also just takes 1 damage from the wound. Before it can go. So each of these take 1 by consuming ice. Which is not bad. Alright. Flame demons are done. So now it's just the Soothsinger's turn. Soothsinger gains 1 experience as usual. Gets to perform a move 3 here, or generic, doesn't really matter. We could go here at the coin, but I think it's better to give out 2 blesses. And to be closer to hit things. So we move there, and then we use the top of tuning the outcome to do bless, affect all adjacent allies. So giving the Quartermaster a bless, and giving the Elementalist a bless. And a lot of blesses, which is good because they have small decks. And the Quartermaster at least has some high attack values. So nothing came next to me like I had hoped. In fact, if I do this, I'm not even going to be able to hit any. God, that's so bad what they did. I guess that was a reason for potentially having the Soothsinger go there. So do I have to... oh, so then at the end of the round, because I have... oops. Reinforced steel, I can refresh one of my spent items. So I will refresh my armor. I mean, I just played a loss on a 9-card hand size, and now I'm considering whether I have to short rest early as well, just because I lack movement. God, using that move 4 plus move 5 to not move enough just to give the wand back was not remotely worth it. It's just a terrible play. I can't really wait for them to come hit me, can I? But I guess I have Echoing Aria this turn. Man, I'm just getting blown up, though. But it also doesn't really work, because if I shield myself, then I don't get to hit. And if I hit, then I don't get to shield myself. But if I'm moving to attack anyway, then it doesn't really change anything. No, I think I actually am supposed to short rest early here. Oh, God. I may very well lose this scenario. I'm only playing +2. Yeah, I mean, I really want to keep that card, but I can't afford to reroll. 2 little life, and there are a bunch of cards that I can't lose. Alright, so we're going to use Iron Bulwark as the bottom anyway, and we're going to use Scroll of Lightning to just attack something from here. And so we're going to use Echoing Aria, and I guess we're going to give the Quartermaster a bless. Just playing these cards. And then the Elementalist, I don't know, we're going to play our 2 cards. I guess it's better to go later, except there's the risk of getting hit, but we kind of need to move up to actually hit things, except we can't actually move up enough because we don't have our boots. Yeah, I mean, have we played poorly here? Yeah, we've played poorly here. So using and not refreshing I mean, everything about that turn basically. Not having Boots of Striding here is a big problem. Using the Boots of Striding here and not refreshing them just to be able to get a coin, refreshing this instead. Man, this is miserable. I think it's still correct to play these 2 cards. Let's go late and hope the Spinning Drakes don't punish us with their AoEs. Alright. Well, that's at least a reprieve, so that's good. Of course, we're using all our shield, although we're short resting. So, first things first, we're going to go on the Soothsinger. So we gain 1 experience from having a song up. So we could move up here. Do we really want to? Probably not. When does this Big Drakes go? 87? God, the Elemental's just doing nothing again. but that's okay. Actually, I think the correct thing to do is actually going to be, so we're gonna use the top of Nimble Knife. Well, I mean, Echoing Aria would still, no, it doesn't, it's actually not necessary against Spinning Drake. So you can all move, yeah. So we're going to use the top of Nimble Knife. So this is a main line, so we get to bless effect 1 adjacent ally. We're going to bless the Quartermaster since he definitely hits harder. And then we're just going to use the bottom of Echoing Aria as a generic move 3 and go 1, 2, 3 to here, I think. Makes the most sense. All right. So then it is the Quartermaster's turn. So we're going to create light and attack with Ball of Lightning. So this gives us an attack 6 because of the... we're muddled. We're going to lose our blesses like this. Because of the song which is up, we'll attack, I guess, Running Drake number 1. We also take 1 damage from our wound, going down to 6. So yeah, here's our attack. All right, well, at least we didn't lose a blast. So 5 damage puts it down to 5. And then we're going to, I think we just have to heal ourselves now. It's not like we have smaller heals than this. So we'll use our healing potion to remove poison and wound. This nonsense as well. And then we're going to use the bottom of Iron Bulwark as a generic move 2. We're going to move to here. And then we're going to use the second charge of our Minor Endurance potion to get back Iron Bulwark, since we were with an odd number of cards in our hand again, since we played a loss on our first rest cycle. Okay, so then it is the Elementalist's turn. So if we go to the coin, do we get hit? That's the real question, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we do. That's just not worth it. All right, well, we're going to use the bottom Primal Duality, creating dark and light, to do a move 2, and just move to here. I mean, I guess from there it still hits, right? Doesn't actually change anything. Does it? I don't think so. Let's see whatever all of them are doing. So if this goes 1, 2, doesn't have, oh man, this is gonna be annoying drawing line of sight because of the messed up tiles. No, there can't be line of sight here. But from here, there definitely is line of sight. Here there cannot be. I'm talking to his tile, not his tile, obviously. But yeah, so if he goes 1, 2, I mean, I guess 3 or 3. So here, I guess, is further away. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and yeah, from there, there's easy line of sight. So the Quartermaster is getting hit before us anyway for that. So then the question is, assuming he goes there, I guess this is, no, Flame Demons actually go first. All right, so the Flame Demons have -1 range and -1 move, but +1 attack, which means since they're regulars, they have 3 movement and 3 range. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. No. So the Flame Demons can't hit no matter what. So actually, we can go here with the Elementalist and pick up this coin, which at least gives us a small consolation for when we lose this scenario. Okay. So that makes sense. So we're done. And then it is the Flame Demons who go. So they create fire. And they do just move 3s, as we said. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, then the Running Drakes go and do absolutely nothing, since they don't move, and the Spitting Drake goes, has -1 movement, so 3, 2, 3, goes to here, and then attacks the Quartermaster with a +1 attack, and Muddle, the Muddle actually being relevant here, with all those blesses. So Muddle, and attack 5. Alright, well that's good at least. Put those curses in there for something. Okay, and then that's the end of the round. Well, time to do some short resting. Definitely not bringing the ballad back either. Yeah, that's fine. It's probably our weakest card overall. Yeah, that's fine as well. So, how are we attacking here? Oh, these are nice and clumped up. Did we want to lose this? This is actually great against them, right? Oh no. Because we have fire even, and they're so perfectly clumped. We have the Hawk Helm and Formless Power. Guess we can't actually... I mean, if we use Formless Power, we go too late. It doesn't work so well. And I guess the extra damage on the Flame Demons doesn't really matter. But getting the wound on both of them would be invaluable. Yeah, I think this has got to be correct, actually. We're supposed to re-roll this. Specifically just having fire here, and... Ugh, man, there's some cards I really don't want to lose. Alright, that's fine, I guess. Could have been much worse. Alright, so what we want to do here is to go fast and use ice spikes, consuming the fire. Our fastest initiative is this, but I wouldn't mind creating ice for the following turn as well. So I think that's what we're going to do. So we'll play ice spikes and infernal vortex for initiative. So that seems alright. So then over here, what are we doing? Well, we actually can hit him with Bladed Boomerang from here. Oh, but he's getting wounded anyway. Ugh. Can heal ourselves while we have the chance. This actually might just be the most reasonable thing to do. Just wait for them to approach us more. And shield up for whatever incoming damage there is. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Alright. And so, what is the Soothsayer doing? Guess we can also heal while we can. I mean, the shield could be good, but we're not actually sure how many enemies are going to hit. I mean, I guess we can see how many enemies are actually going to hit here. So, 4 movement on the running drakes. 1, 2, 3, 4. They would have to get +1 movement to hit anyone? No, I don't think I should count on that. So there should be less enemies hitting this round probably than the prowling round. So for that reason, I think I'd rather keep Arya and use the heal this round. So then what are we using for the top? Well, that's a good question. I mean, I guess we can just toss another bless. It's probably fine. Don't really have anything else better to do here. The disables and stuff, we're just not sure. Otherwise, I mean, we could move and throw voice them. But then we're, well, I hate moving, but that's actually got to be correct. The problem is bad initiative then, because the best move is this. We lost our move curse, but I guess that also didn't have good initiative. No, it's true though that just using throw voice here is probably just the safer play. But then we're kind of wasting a shield on the Quartermaster. But that's still got to be right, because then the wound, then they'll only get 1 turn after. I mean, I guess no matter what, they're only getting 1 turn after if we use it next turn. But they're just so perfectly clumped right now. It's got to be correct to use this before the clump ends, which means we've got to go fast. I guess no matter what, we can just ham it back. So best just use our best initiative. Well, I guess in that case, yeah, we should actually use our best initiative. But no, this is silly. We should actually play this. I think the distinction in initiative doesn't, I'm not sure it actually matters against the enemies we're facing here. And the reason why this is better is if somehow the Flame Demons go before us, then Throw Voice is suddenly a lot less good, and we'd much rather have the heal. And if enemies have already gone before us, audibling into using the bottom echoing Aria is obviously a lot worse. So for that reason, I'd rather have the heal just in case. So in this case, we don't really want to play the shield this round. So we can just move up a little bit, but I guess no, but I guess then we'd rather keep the shield. I mean, previously we didn't have enough movement. Now all we've got is a ton of movement on bottom, and not really anything else of meaning to do. The question is, do we need to heal ourselves, or can we move now? But hitting one of these with Bladed Boomerang just doesn't make any sense, because they're all getting wounded by the Elementalist anyway, presumably. And we could try to go really late and hit one of the running tricks with Bladed Boomerang, I guess. But I think just using this opportunity to heal ourselves is absolutely worthwhile. All right, then we should just throw away one of the cards we care less about. So this we want to use on top still. I guess we just don't care about this in the near future. So this is probably fine. All right, let's go. 3. Yeah, oh, it's so dickish. Come on. I tried so hard. All right, so Flame Demons create new fire. +1 movement, but range 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this Flame Demon already hits the Quartermaster. Doesn't need to move at all. -1, so an attack 2. +0, so we just get 1 charge of this, and we take 1 damage. All right, so then this one needs to move because it does not have line of sight. So it's range 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So can't reach here, and here does not have line of sight currently. Definitely not. Yep. So needs to move up. So I'm actually not even, oh no, I guess, yeah, we go here then. Yep. Beautiful clumping. So this is ambiguous and is player choice. So I could have it move here or here. Both these are the same, but I'm obviously gonna follow the same rules I always follow. And it's gonna move in a way that keeps it further from me as a ranged enemy, given an ambiguous choice. Because either of these, technically it could move to any of these 3 spaces. But yeah, this one is the one that I would normally have it move to, so that's where it will move, which again ruins everything I wanted to do. All right, so now it's going to attack the Quartermaster again. All right, so again, 1 charge of this and 1 life. God, that's so bad. Okay, so we now have Throw Voice. We don't even have line of sight. So I would just be stopping the Spitting Drake, who's attacking at -1 this turn anyway. Yeah, so I think what I'd actually rather do is just use the Bottom of Soothing Lullaby. Well, I gain 2 experience no matter what. Use the Bottom of Soothing Lullaby and just heal 3 on the Quartermaster here, and then I'm going to use the top of Throw Voice as a generic and just get it back. This way I can still use this again when it'll be better. Right now it can be okay, but then I have to move up to use it. Did I actually look at the running drakes? What are they doing? No, -1 move. Yeah, I think Throw Voice will be very useful next turn. No reason to use it here just to hit 2 things. I think I'll be able to get 3 targets with it. And again, if I use Throw Voice here, then I don't get to heal. Here, by getting to heal, I still get to Throw Voice later, which is also just my best top action at this point. So there's no reason to force it. All right, so the running drakes go. So they have -1 movement, so 3. 1, 2, 3. Well, I guess I'm still getting my clump one way or another. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. God, speaking of the clumping. Okay, so then it is the Elementalist's turn. So I'm going to do a move 2, which creates ice. I guess I do need to generic at some point, or default at some point, so maybe I shouldn't create ice first. But I don't create ice first. I do have to use the Hawk Helm, and kind of just for nothing. So yeah, let's just go here then. I guess we're going to try to hold the door or something. Oh no, because we need to have line of sight of all the things. So let's actually go here then. Maybe even here, because like I said, we're maybe going to try to hold the door. Quartermaster has a big move this turn, yeah. So then the Soothsinger can make it here next turn. All right, that works. So we're going to move here then. And we're still out of range. To retaliate, we still have line of sight of all of them. But the retaliate's range 2, right? Yes. Yeah, so we're going to move there and create ice. Then we're going to use the top of Ice Spikes, consuming fire, gaining 1 experience. So this gives us +1 attack and wound on this attack. So we have 2 attack and wound, except we also have +1 on one of our attacks from Power Ballad. So we'll do the 3 on here and then 2 and 2. The reason being, of course, that these have 2 shields, so +1 doesn't really change much. So we'll go 1, 1, 3 in that order. Each of the, so attack 3 wound, and then attack 2 wound, attack 2 wound. No need to use anything special here. So attack 3 wound first. So 4. Yeah, that was the downside of not hitting them with plus damage, but that's okay. So what we created was an ice, which we already had. Expected. So in the first place, we got 4. Puts him down to 1, and he's wounded, so he will die. And then we doubled our 2 over here, but unfortunately it was just a 2 doubled, and they have 4 shield, if I remember correctly. Yes, so no damage and no damage. That's kind of unfortunate, but so be it. All right, so then we're done. And then next up is the... See, this is why, God, if we'd had formless power there, this would have been so much better. I mean, I guess not that much better. It just would have... Well, this would have died. All right, so we have a move 4 now with reserved energy. Should we go in onto the door itself? Technically going here is best, but if we go onto the door, yeah, because we're gonna need to be onto the door to use our skewery thing next time. I guess the skewery thing kind of sucks. No, not necessarily, because it actually should maybe kill this flame demon, so we shouldn't have to worry about the retaliate. Yeah, except we're gonna get muddled again, so it doesn't really kill the flame demon. And we actually don't need to hit this either. So I guess it is actually better just to move to here. Then the the Elementalist is getting hit by the Spinning Drake instead of the Quartermaster. But I guess that's fine. Just have to make sure that the Soothsinger makes it here early next round. Is that happening? I mean, we can always be sure that it happens, right? They're voicing all these. Yeah, all right. All right, so we'll move to there with our move 4, and then we're going to use the top of Sharpening Kit, gaining 1 experience and healing ourselves for 4. And goodbye, Muddle. So then the Spitting Drake attacks at -1, so attack 3, Muddle, targeting the Elementalist because the Elementalist went sooner. All right. So we're down to 6, and the Elementalist gets muddled as well. Oh, I forgot to, yeah, so when that Flame Demon died earlier in the first room, I got my first on my battle goal. Okay, so what is our turn here looking like? I kind of want to use Burial. Kind of also need to set up Formless Power. For elements, we have an Ice. Ice is Stun, so that would allow us to stun one of these. And getting a Formless Power set up here, well, it kind of sucks actually. Because then, I mean, it's not the right rest cycle to do it, to play a loss. But I think I'm going to keep regretting if I never play it. At the same time, the top of Formless Power is pretty good in this party. I mean, for the same reason, the bottom is good, though. Because we can constantly get light from the Quartermaster. I mean, Burial seems pretty obvious thing we want to play here. And our stun then is pretty early, although it's not that early compared to them. But I guess stunning one of them, even if we stun after they go, is fine. Because no matter what, we're only going to skip one of their turns with it. And so if they go first and then go down to 2 and then we stun, then it's just dead without ever doing anything from that point. Whereas if we stun at 3, there's still 1 turn. I mean, then it's going to tick down to 1, but it's going to get a turn at 1 life. So yeah, I think this is actually fine then. To do this plus Burial. And again, Burial just hitting one of the Drakes. Doing 2 attacks on a turn when we have Muddle, rather than getting Formless Power up. So that's a fair point. Should we use this opportunity instead to get Formless Power up? I'm not sure I want to, like I said, this rest cycle. The longer we can hold off, obviously, the more longevity we get, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. We have to kill 12 Drakes, and there are only 4 in this room, so we still have to kill 8 more Drakes after this. So, and we're very short on longevity as our entire party. All right, so what have we here? So it's better if we go first, right? Yeah. Then we can, no, we don't need to shield this round. I mean, I guess from this one it does something. It's not really necessary. So actually we're gonna go disarm things. So what are we planning to move up then? I mean, I guess we really want to make sure we go before them. So does it need to be Arya? probably should be. I mean, we definitely don't want to play this. So if we're going to go before them, we want to make sure we get them. It has to be this. Ugh. I mean, we can always double. We used a charge, didn't we? And we forgot to mark it, I think. Because I believe we used 2 charges thus far. We used 1 the first rest cycle to go up to 10, and then here, because we didn't bring back the song, but we lost a card, we went down to 7, yeah, so we've used 2 charges. I mean, we can use 2 more charges potentially. Man, this fighting is tough. Yeah, our party is not actually that strong. I mean, the elemental's kind of rough, I guess. I mean, the truth is, right, if the elementals was level 7, this is just a complete joke, this sort of situation. It's kind of silly how much the class changes so quickly. So the better thing to do is try to go late and try to maybe do multiple attacks. Or shield early in case of the flame demons. No, because, well, yeah, I guess the multiple attacks this round just isn't guaranteed, but then what range attack do we do? This one? And then next turn maybe we do all this? Yeah, all right, that works. This way at least we'll shield a bit from the flame demon attack, because this one will be stunned, presumably, and this one will then attack us. Yeah, the flame demons might go before us, but honestly we don't have that great of options regardless. Now flame demons are going at 30. And doing rather annoying action. 25 on the running drakes, 57 on the spinning drake. All right, well, so first things first, we've got the Soothsayer. I guess only one of them is gonna not be stunned, so that's fine. Sure. So 1, 2, 3 to there, using a bottom of Echoing Aura's generic move. We gain 1 experience. We're gonna use Throw Voice, and we're gonna disarm all these things over here. Okay. So then next up is the Quartermaster. The Quartermaster is going to use the bottom of Iron Bulwark to gain Shield 1, affect self and all adjacent allies, and then we're going to use Bladed Boomerang. Did we gain our 1 experience here? Yes, we did. Yep. We're going to use Bladed Boomerang, gaining 1 experience to make an attack 2, range 3 wound. We're going to target, I guess, the Spitting Drake. It has the most health and it's actually the most threatening. So attacking the Spitting Drake. All right. Oh, yeah, we're not the one who's muddled. So our 2 becomes a 4. Puts it down to 8. And wounds it. Okay, so then the running drakes go. So this one just moves up to here, and this one does nothing. As they're both disarmed. Okay, so then it is the Elementalist's turn. So the Elementalist is going to gain 1 experience, consuming ice, make an attack 2, range 3 stun, targeting Flame Demon number 3. This will be disadvantaged. Painful disadvantage. Ah, not painful disadvantage. We actually get the +2. Yeah, it does matter. It does! Oh, that's beautiful. That works out perfectly. So this is actually an attack 3 because of Power Ballad. And then we get a +2 here. So why do we get a +2 even though it is clearly better? Well, because this, my friends, is ambiguous. Even though it's really not. So it's actually, we just take the first modifier. So in this case, we get a +2 on our 3 as a 5. So this does 1 damage, putting him down to 2. And we get a stun. And that's perfect because now he will die without ever acting. Okay, and then we're going to use the bottom of Burial, creating Dark, make an attack 3, range 4. And again, I think it's better for us just to hit the Spitting Drake as much as possible, because only one of the Running Drakes can attack at a time now, whereas, oops, this Running Drake should have actually died. Yeah, that would actually, no, this thing still wouldn't move up. Yeah, but yeah, this Running Drake should be dead. There should be a coin there. Who wounded that one? Oh yeah, the Elementalist did. Wait, is that our goal? No, Spitting Drakes. So we need to kill the Spitting Drake, actually. Okay, so anyway, we'll use Burial to attack the Spitting Drake because it's the more threatening enemy. It's also, I guess, technically the enemy we want to kill ourselves. Well, that doesn't change too much. Ooh, but then the skewering next turn is going to be a bit messed up, huh? Because we don't want the Quartermaster to be the one to finish it. So what if we attack this running Drake instead? I don't think we have the luxury here to be greedy, to be honest. Oh, also, I guess that's not going to stay where it is. It has 4 movement, it's disarmed, so it's actually going to move to the other side, so yeah. All right, Spitting Drake attack. So attacking the Spitting Drake with Burial, we're still muddled, so it's still disadvantage attack. Yes, unfortunately, this is actually not ambiguous. So 1 damage. On to 7. Yeah, the drink is flying into the room, exactly. Okay. And that created dark, which we've already done. Do we want to create any elements with our wands? I do a better job of paying attention to that. Fortunately, since we don't have ice, it's not like the top of Shaping Ether is particularly tempting here with just the dark, and we can create earth and wind, but earth multi-target is nice, but doesn't change much without ice or fire. Okay, so then the flame demons go. So this one loses its stun. Both take 1 damage. And so that this flame demon up here, so it's first target, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so Quartermaster and then Elementalist because equidistant but lower initiative. So first Quartermaster, no, sorry, first Soothsinger, then Quartermaster. Their attacks are -2. They didn't have fire to consume or anything like that. So attack at -2, so this gives us an attack 1 wound. First on the Soothsinger, then on the Quartermaster. Alright, so 0 on the Soothsinger, although she had 1 shield anyway. Well, of course we draw this now on attack. It doesn't matter, but that's okay. And we both get wounds. Hola, ¿cómo estás? I assume you're trolling, but I'm just gonna do this anyway. Yeah. He said, "Hi, how are you?" I forgot about the thing. I forget the thing about Fortnite already, like you, and then want money? Question mark. But yeah. Okay. So then the Spitting Drake goes. Who is its focus? It's got to be the Soothsayer. So we're just gonna move to here. Takes 1 damage from its wound. Down to 6. Man, look at all these wounds. Well, I mean, we're playing these 2 cards no matter what. This is as good of an opportunity as any to use Disorienting Dirge, right? 1, 2, yes. Yes. Oh, what a beautiful, beautiful card. And then a top action. Yeah, I guess Nimble Knife is fine. We'll get to knife the Drake. Give it Bless. Sure, why not? Singing Arrow better. No, right now Singing Arrow is only 2. And getting damage and a Bless and a Curse, I think is better than just getting 2 curses. So yeah, let's do that. So then as for the Elementalist, kind of like to finish off the Spitting Drake, which we can theoretically do. So we have Dark, so it's time to activate Formless Power, I think, without a doubt. Unfortunately, we don't have another element, but none of our allies can actually have the minor potions either. Oh god, this party is in a rough state. Is the lance a weapon for single target attacks? Yes, the lance is a weapon for single target attacks. So the primary purpose is to use it with Ogre or Giant Club. Why do you ask, ECO? Formless power. God, we just do nothing. We should have created an element, I guess, and we could have at least used the top of Formless Power as an attack of more meaningful damage. I mean, I guess regardless, we should still use this top. Can still maybe kill. If either us or the Soothsinger get a +1, we get a kill. I mean, we'll never get a +1, but maybe the Soothsinger will. Maybe the Soothsinger will. I think we're supposed to use this, actually, because our allies need healing. No, we can't give a... Oh, wait, we just use our attack 5. I'm just being silly here. We've got this. Yeah, this kills it. This kills it for sure. Kills it dead. All right, so first of all, for things like the top of hasten step, the top of hasten step would still work, right? It's because it not completely, but during your single target melee attack action. So one of these is a single target melee attack action. So you would still be able to use it just for one of the attack twos. Now, obviously that's terrible, but it does still kind of work. But yeah, it doesn't actually work with it in the way you'd really want to. Side note, it's expensive, and there are probably better enhancement uses, but double bless slash curse on Nimble Knife is money. Yeah, I don't think that's a terrible suggestion. I mean, I definitely would never do that before adding a hex to throw voice and the stun thingy. But I mean, Nimble Knife is nice simply because, as I've talked about many times before with this class just doesn't have enough top actions. So Nimble Knife is actually like kind of outkicks its coverage, so to speak, just by being a reasonable top action for this class. Now, obviously, the problem with it is melee on a class that doesn't really generally want to be in melee, but yeah, sometimes it happens. I think if anything, I would probably go double bless first, just because it's so much easier to use that line and much more likely rather than the other one. So I think we're getting back into this discussion about actions, right? Isn't the action the main line? Because cards are abilities. So the half is the ability. Isn't a main line an action? Yeah, I mean, it's not relevant right now. You're right. We should not focus on it so much. Because I think we had this discussion before and we nailed that down. Okay, so we want to use this to attack with, so we need to just go early, which means 15. And I guess we're probably just genericing this back because we don't really need the elements right now. No, maybe we'll use them for formless power, we'll see. So the action is the entire half of the card, okay. So an attack ability is the line then, is that it? Because we found out this whole distinction when we were talking about the rules for something else. Anyway. I think I'm just getting it all mixed up in my head now because of that discussion we had, which I forget what exactly that was about, too. It's been so long. Oh, it all blurs together. All right, let's get going. So we're first on the Soothsinger. So let's see. The Sooth. So we've got to see if the Elementalist needs help. No, the Elementalist has no -1s in his deck. He does have a -2 though. That's interesting. But I guess we've got a bunch of attacks here. So even if the Elementalist fails to kill the Mind Thief enhancements, was it for that? No, it wasn't that. It was like not just today. Many sessions before, there was a discussion where we had to figure out stuff about ability lines and stuff like that because of something which was ambiguous, and I don't remember exactly what it was. Anywho, not relevant now. Yeah, so I think it's better to just nimble knife this one. If we nimble knife this one, it makes it guaranteed that this elementals, but the elementals should get 6 damage here. Again, only a -2 or miss fail to get that. And in that case, then the quartermaster can just finish it off. Yeah, I mean, so specifically if we get a -2, then we'll wish we nimble knifed because then the elementals would still get kill credit. But I don't think we should play around that one specific card. All right, so we're going to use nimble knife to attack running drake number 5. So we make an attack 2 curse on it. There's nothing special to use. No. Okay, sure. So 3 damage to this, send to 7, and we throw a curse into their deck, and we'll give a bless again to the quartermaster with the top of a nimble knife. And then we'll use the bottom of disorienting dirge that we gain 2 experience this turn to curse all enemies within range 3 and bless all allies within range 3. So a bless goes there. We also forgot to take our 1 damage from our wound. Deal with that in a second. Bless goes there, down 1. Man, we're gonna need some healing badly. So we gave out the 2 blesses, and then we give out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 curses. Yeah, disorienting dirge, totally reasonable card. God, that card's incredible. Incredible. All right, and so then we're done. So next up is the Elementalist. So we're just going to start by using the top of Winter's Edge. So we get an attack 5, range 2, targeting Spitting Drake number 5. We have +1 from the Power Ballad, so this gives us actually an attack 6. No reason to use anything special here. Oh, we've already drawn the -2, so literally, yeah, this was fine no matter what. All right, perfect. That's dead, and we get to mark. What are our other things? Enhancements. And the items, right, all right. So here we have, put one check mark here. It's Spitting Drakes. Whatever. I'll fix this later. I don't have time for this right now. Pretty annoying. There we go. One Spitting Drake. Spitting Drakes, Oozes, and Lurkers, right? Yep. So now we have our bottom. So if we use this for actual elements, then we can use Formless Powers Top here. Formless Powers Top, it doesn't really look great here. I mean, it does look great, but then we will need to use bottom generic for something else. I think I'd rather get this back. So I think, yeah, I'll just use generic move 2. I did remember to do the 1 damage to the Soothsayer with the wound, right? I said it. I think I did it, but I'm not 100% now. So yeah, we're just going to use the bottom of Primal Duality as a generic move 2 as a default action and put 1 charge or damage counter on our minor endurance potion to pick up that coin. So we can get an extra turn here. And we're done. So then next up is the Quartermaster. So guess we can't really ever move up here in a meaningful way, right? But anyway, we're just going ham on this dude. So the Quartermaster takes 1 damage as well. All right, thank you. So yes, let's just do our. Ooh, these things are doing multi-target. So I guess we want to move on to the door. All right, so let's begin first with the. What is the best case here? What is the best way to do this? I mean, this is 7 damage combined. I guess, yeah, it's 5 or 5 before we can move, because we really want to be on the door so the Running Drake doesn't hit 2 targets. So, all right, let's begin with the bottom of Giant Club. So we'll make an attack 3, targeting Running Drake number 5. All right, yeah, if we normally draw that, it'd be a little bit different, but that's okay. So we get 6 down to 1. Pretty sure I shuffled. Then we're going to use the top of Haste and Step, so we make an attack 2, targeting the Running Drake. Jeez. Yeah, that's not great. It's a wasted bless because he has 1 health, but oh well. It's still good we kill him. And then we get to move 1, and we get to do another attack 2, but there's nothing to attack. And then we get this coin. Okay, so we're done. So then this Running Drake heads on up to here. Finally gonna actually use our Retaliate Armor. And makes an attack at +1 with wound. So an attack 6 wound targeting the Quartermaster. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that hurts a lot, actually. Can we survive that? So 6, 7, we would reduce 1. We'd be down to 6. And we'd be down to 4 with wound, and then an attack 4 here, which we don't have any shield remaining for. We can't afford to lose a card here, though. God, we're never making it through this scenario. Yeah, I mean, I think we just have to hope to get a curse, them to get a curse or something. I mean, they do admittedly have 8 curses in their deck. All right, so we'll take it. So, yep, 6, 7. We block 1 with the armor. So we take 6, and we do 1 retaliate to this. Okay, Running Drake's done. So Flame Demons go. This one just dies to its wound. This one goes down to 1. And attacks the Quartermaster. My first attack, I messed it up. My first attack should have killed. I keep forgetting Power Ballad. Because I was thinking, man, I wish I had Defensive Ditty in the end. I made a mistake by not bringing it. I definitely do regret not bringing Defensive Ditty. I've taken so much damage. Although it's more just been the wound. No, that's not even true. Well, it's been large hits, not so much small hits. But anyway, well, actually, I guess we took 8 from Retaliate. That was a big part of it. I mean, admittedly, if we have 8 more health right now at 12, yeah. So I'm not sure. So actually this attack should have killed, so I never should have attacked the second time on top. I still would have just moved, but the only difference is I should actually still have one more bless in my deck. It should actually be on top, but I'll shuffle it back in. Because the attack on bottom of Giant Club should have actually done 8, since it was a 4 doubled, and then I would just moved with the top for 1 and not gotten to attack at all. Alright. So Flame Demon attacks me, creates fire, and there's not really much else to it. So it's +1 on a 3, so a 4. I need to see something bad. I mean, I've got the helmet, but oh god. Oh, we have no cards in hand. Well, this was a disaster no matter what. We're not going to beat this scenario. Playing on +2 difficulty. Wow. Have we broken the Quartermaster by taking out Stamina Potion? Alright. So yeah, +0 on what is a 4. I mean, I don't know. It's not so much that. Just that first room, the 2 Flame Demons, just followed by this. This is a tough room. Alright, well, we have to lose 2 cards. So, I mean, yeah, that's basically the scenario. There's no real way in which we don't lose from here, I think. So we need biggest move and our biggest attack still. So these are the cards we want to keep. Well, this can go. I guess we definitely need healing. Probably moving this refreshing. I mean, that refreshing thing was a big waste of a turn, big mistake. But we definitely still want that movement, I think. Although I guess that's a move 4 and this is a move 4, except this can do other things as well. Sure. But it's our only late initiative. Also can give us something to do between turns, because we're going to have a fair amount of time running around here. Yeah, I think we get rid of Bladed Boomerang. Oh, God. Okay, so Flame Demon's done. Where are all those curses in their deck? And the Spitting Drake was eliminated. End of the round. At the end of the round, we get to refresh this again. But I guess we're long resting. Which does obviously make Reinforced Steel less useful. So be it. Also going super late here. Is he going to be fine? Well, this dies, so there's just the Running Drake. Can we stop the Running Drake from attacking? Not really. Guess we can move on up next to it to tank the hit instead. What if it does multi-target? What? We can't actually tank the hit. God, these Running Drakes are just brutal, and they haven't even attacked much. Yeah, we should just have defensive Diddy. This is definitely been a mistake. And the Elemental is just doing absolutely nothing all scenario. Oh god, I hate this class before. I mean, I don't hate it. It just doesn't work. I mean, yeah, I've played poorly, I guess. These wands aren't doing much. I mean, I guess I don't really have the elements that I want in terms of wands. I don't have enough items on my allies to support the elements and everything like that. I've played poorly as well. Didn't get Formless Power up. Well, I guess if I had Formless Power up, it wouldn't have changed anything because Formless Power is the attack I want to make here as well. So is it possible that she just cannot play these 2 cards and I have to short rest early? Then no one's going to have any longevity left, but I guess that's better than just losing, right? Alright, fine. We're going to bring the song back because we'll have a chance to play it again. Let's give us an extra turn. God. Oh, the having to pay every long rest is also pretty brutal. Pretty brutal. I mean every short rest, sorry. Okay, so we have to end this thing, or at least stop it from attacking before it goes. I mean, this is pretty obviously a throw voice sort of situation, which is fine. And we're going to definitely use a heal, because we both need healing to remove these stupid wounds. We have fire, so I guess this is an attack. I mean, either of these are attack 3s, and then we can create 2 elements and get an attack 4 the following turn. So this makes sense. So we don't need to go early this round because it's going to be disabled, so we can just, I guess, play these 2 things. This gives us a larger move, and this gives us a reasonable attack. All right. Let's go. So, yeah, they're both not eliminated just yet. Glad we're disabling it. God. All right. So the Soothsayer goes first. We gain 1 experience. We do a heal 3 on ourselves because we need to get rid of our wound before it kills us, since the Quartermaster will remove his wound when he long rests. And then we use the top of Throw Voice to disarm this Running Drake. Then it is the Elementalist's turn. So first we'll consume the fire, gain 1 experience. This goes an attack 3, range 3, targeting the Rending Drake. I'm an idiot. Oh, I was supposed to do this with this though, because I needed the 2. Oh my god. Yeah, let's just keep playing terribly. As a winning strategy. I mean, I guess then I don't have to get initiative next turn, which does suck, but and I don't get out. So anyway, we get fire. We got 3 attack on our attack, so this puts him down to 6. I don't know what's going on though. And then we're gonna use the bottom here of raw enhancement as a move 3. Sorry, I think I showed that I was doing this one, but I was doing this one because this is just giving me a better bottom. So 1, 2, 3 to here. Like I said, at least we're gonna walk away with some money. Some. And so we're done. So then the Flame Demon goes and just dies to its wound. Rending Drake goes, loses disarm. And the Quartermaster does long rest. Oh my god, we have 4 cards left. We have... Man, I'm tired too. I'll play this out for a little bit, but I have 4 turns left on the Quartermaster. And I have killed, I mean, I guess there were 4 drakes here total, so I've killed 3 of the 12 drakes that I have to kill. I'll somehow need the Elementalist and Soothsinger. Again, if the Elementalist was level 7, this would be a different story, but I'll somehow need these 2 to kill everything else in the scenario. Yeah, that's happening. Alright, so what are we getting rid of? Well, I guess it's just time. I mean, I guess I need the biggest attacks, but I also need a lot of movement. Or am I just picking up coins and I don't care about the movement? Yeah, let's go with that. But in that case, I can use this to actually help my allies. My allies would like to long rest as well, though. I guess we're just going for the chest. That's the real plan. So the chest is up top. None of us have jump. Literally three party members without jump. This party is a disaster. It's crazy because we're using 2 OP classes. But, yeah. I mean, in Soothsinger we played a bit poorly, I guess, by not using Defensive Ditty. Probably. But also we're just really lacking damage. We just don't kill things very fast at all. The Quartermaster, I don't know. Just Quartermaster without stamina potions, I guess. Just doesn't also doesn't have some sort of longevity. I mean, we have used 2 charges there. I don't know. Well, anyway, we gotta choose a card to lose. Let's stop fixating on that. So I guess these do things. What do the traps here do? I think they're stun traps, right? Yeah, so we can actually like, walk onto a coin, then walk onto the other coin, being stunned. So we didn't get to use this once. I know this is good because I've used this before, this combo, but here it's been bad. Maybe I'm wrong about it. I don't know. I think it has more just to do with the type of scenario we were facing, type of enemies. I mean, they should kind of have clogged up, but I mean, the first room was completely useless because it was 2 enemies we literally like couldn't touch. And then here, I don't know, we just kind of killed the things on the one side, and then yeah. All right. So this thing still needs some damage, right? So I guess we're not using both of our top actions no matter what. But I suppose the heal also doesn't matter so much. Anyway, we're doing this here. We need to make it... Oh, we shouldn't have this anymore. To one of the coins, but this is just a generic move too, so we can use anything to make it there. We can't go before him to create another element for him so they can get the full 4. But we can just finish it with our attack 5, I guess. And use this just to move onto a coin. In the following turn we heal someone and move on to the other coin. Sure. Yeah, I mean, not having Boots of Striding also is a pretty big handicap. We just don't have enough items yet, I think. Pretty difficult scenario and playing it on +2, although only +2. Well, we actually need to start a song. So in fact, we don't need more damage from the Quartermaster then. So in that case, we can do what we really want to do, which is to play our supporty stuff. So will the Elementalist be next to us? Yes. Except if the Elementalist moves, which the Elementalist is probably going to do. I guess the Elementalist is going to move here. but I guess can move towards the next room instead. So like here, that works. All right. So we'll still be able to do this then now. But if the elemental is long resting, doing this also just doesn't do anything. But none of our other tops really do either, unless we just decide to leave the coin in the... That maybe gives us a better chance of winning. So if we plan on playing these two next turn, so we do these two this turn, moving onto the coin and healing, or maybe not even moving onto the coin, maybe the Elementalist moves onto the coin. But at the same time, if our plan is to long rest on the Elementalist, then the Quartermaster also can't really be opening her. This is just a mess. The Quartermaster's putting us in a huge problem here. Yeah, well, let's just go with this, whatever. I wasn't supposed to flip you. Of course, it was going to be another thing. Yeah, I mean, that's true. We can use the wands and refresh them while long resting. Wait, you can do that? So before you long, yeah, because I guess it's during your turn. That's funny. Yeah, you might as well. Good call, thank you. So yeah, Soothsinger goes first. So I guess Soothsinger is getting the coin, but that's fine as well. So we're gonna do move 3 to here. Grab this coin. I mean, everyone needs money in our party at this point. Well, the Quartermaster needs it the most. Is it getting it the least? And we get an attack 3 targeting the Drake. When is the Drake going? 77 again. 72 again. All right, +1. So Drake's now to 2. And then we're going to start up the Song of Disorienting Dirge. Also need to get something back with a potion soon. So next up we're up on the so now we're up on the Elementalist, so we're gonna use Formless Power. We're gonna consume the fire, gain 1 experience. This gives us attack 3, range 3, targeting the Drake. Alright, so we create an earth. Sure. Drake is dead. Coin goes there. And then we're going to do, I suppose, just a move 2 to here. We move the least. I guess the Quartermaster can move 5 to there the following turn. So actually, yeah, alright. The Quartermaster can be the one to pick this up. Sure. Okay. So the Elementalist just moves to there then, using Primal Duality, creating light and dark. All this doesn't really matter much. Then it's the Quartermaster's turn. So the Quartermaster has a move 4 and heal 2. I guess we just leave this going, maybe get it on the way back. Maybe it gives us a chance of beating the scenario. I'm not sure if we should be doing this because I don't think we can beat the scenario, but why not? So we'll do a move 4 to here, using the bottom of Reserved Energy. And we're going to use the top of Sharpening Kit to do a heal 4, which I guess is going to be on ourself. She should be fine, and he's going to long rest. They're missing 2 and 3 respectively. We're missing a lot more than that, although we're planning on exhausting soon, but I guess I'd like to make it to exhausting. All right, and the Running Drake's eliminated. So I'm not sure if I should be trying to do this room, but I like to believe still. I have difficulty just giving up a scenario, even though technically it might just be best here. I always want to try to win. All right, so we're going to bust into this room first then. And what are we going to do? We'll definitely not use Echoing Aria. We'll save that for the following turn. Hold on 1 second, I have to blow my nose. All right, I'm back. Don't stress yourself too much. I don't know. I guess I'm maybe just a little bit half sick, half overwhelmed today. Oh, don't stress myself too much about trying to win. No, I like to win. Losing sucks. So if the Quartermaster goes in, I mean, we have a giant move and a ranged attack, basically. It makes sense. I mean, we need to use a generic move on our generic action on the Soothsinger. we don't really have a good bottom to do from where we are. So yeah, it makes sense that the generic should be the bottom. So in that case, we want to try to go late to maybe hit a singing arrow with a couple targets. And we'll use this as a generic move. I guess in that case, we could use either as a generic move, but it really doesn't change anything at that point. Unless, I mean, it can theoretically change something if we get hit. Have to lose a card from our hand, but I don't really see that happening. And then, yeah, we'll long rest on the on the Elementalist. All right, so let's go. First things first, we use a move 5, hasten step. Is it better to, no, we don't have any charges of ham left. Yep, so we move on to the door. We got 4 movement remaining. 3 drakes in this room. That's a very inconvenient number. We really needed there to be 4, right? So we've got a spitting in the back and 2 rending in front. All right, so it's 12 and 10 health respectively. Let's see what they're up to. Okay, well, standard stuff, that's fine. So we've still got a bunch of movement left. We can't really abandon our buddies. The Soothsayer probably wants to make it onto the door, I guess. No, I guess it's better to let them go onto the door. But then one comes here as well. I mean, theoretically, we can use this trap at some point, maybe, with a push from the Elementalist. So I guess it's kind of the same thing either way. If we go here, then one goes here, one goes here. If we go here, one here, one here. And I don't think this changes anything in terms of the Spitting Drake, right? No, it's +1 movement, so it's always hitting us. The advantage of going here is that their multi-target attacks will only hit the Quartermaster. So I suppose that's probably better. But I guess the advantage of going here is that we don't have to move into the room as much. And like I said, it's theoretically possible for us to use the trap at some point. If we could jump, then we could skewer both of them. Yeah, we're never getting to skewer 2 of them here. Because if they go there... Because we can do that next turn. We still have the long spear. If we go all the way in here. Oh, but I guess the other thing to consider is we wouldn't mind getting them to clump up, but I don't think we're ever going to get them to clump up as 3, really, are we? I guess that may be possible. What if we go like this? Yeah, this actually does satisfy all the conditions. We'll be able to use the spear, and we'll get them to clump. We go really far into this room, though, which sucks. But, I mean, the Quartermaster always knew this was a one-way trip, so I suppose that's okay. So we move all the way down to there, then this one will come down here, this one will go here, and then this will move back to there. Probably don't even survive all these attacks. But, yeah, I think this is worth trying. All right, so let's move all the way down to there with Hasten Step, and then we will make our attack on Running Drake number 4. With Scroll of Lightning. So we create light, that matters too much, and we attack that one. All right, +1. Bless would have been nice here, but yeah, it's okay. So down to 4, and then we're done. So then the Running Drakes go. So again, this one will move here, attacks the Quartermaster. So we have Disorienting Dirge up. So all enemies gain disadvantage on all their attacks. So how does he skewer them? Because the following turn, so this is going to move to here. I mean, right now, this is going to move to here, and this, in order to lose disadvantage, is going to move back to here, because this is just 2 movement to attack. And so then he will be able to step to here next turn and skewer both of them. Okay, I grabbed the correct one, yes? Yes, I did. So, right. Running Drake makes attack 5. God, this hits so hard. Attack 5 wound, but with disadvantage. Alright, that's good. That's what we need. Okay. So this actually does not trigger. So we don't get the retaliate. Oh, I can't lose disadvantage. You're right. I forgot about that. I forgot about Disorienting Dirge. Yeah, I was just not considering. Well, I mean, it's too late now. I've already gone to the spot. Yeah, where's the compass when you need it? I guess it didn't really change anything to come in here like this then. I mean, I guess technically we can have an out here, right? We can actually just discard this before his turn. We'll see. We'll see. We'll figure this out in a second. So no matter what, it's not happening now. All right, this goes there and attacks. Oh, disorienting dirge. So that does no damage as well, no retaliate or anything like that. So, is it worth it? So we have to make the choice right now, because we could choose to discard Disorienting Dirge, which will then have the Spitting Drake move back to here. I think this is worth it. I mean, that means the Spitting Drake is going to do more likely more damage to the Quartermaster, but the Quartermaster doesn't have very long to live anyway, and I think maximizing the Quartermaster's damage dealing with these Drakes while we have the Quartermaster is worth it. And I can always just play this as a song right now, actually, rather than throwing out two curses. Throwing out two curses is kind of valuable. I mean, I can also just play a song next turn because I have nothing else to do with the top regardless. So yeah, I'm going to discard Disorienting Dirge right away so that he can lose disadvantage, so that he moves to here and attacks the Quartermaster. It's attack -1. Didn't even matter. Beautiful. Quartermaster does get muddled, which is actually really annoying for the coming turn, but it is what it is. So then the Spitting Drake is done. So then we have the Soothsinger's turn. So we're going to use the bottom of Power Ballad to do a generic move 3. 1, 2, 3. Does Echoing Aria even hit from there? It's within range 3. 1, 2. Yeah, so Echoing Aria will work from here. All right, yep. So we'll move 3 like that, using the bottom of Power Ballad as a generic move 3, and we will use I guess our second point of the Minor Potion to bring back Power Ballad, and we'll use the top of Singing Arrow to do Curse in AoE, affecting all of them. Okay. And then we're done, and so then the Elementalist, like you said, can use both the wands during his turn to create air and earth, and then refreshes everything with a long rest, heals for 2, and gets to choose a card to lose. Well, we definitely need the big movement, so we can't get rid of that because we got to run around a bunch still. Want the attack 5. The AoE wound is good, the stun is good. I guess this is good initiative. Honestly, it might just be burial. I think we're going to have to be moving a lot for the rest of the scenario. I don't think we can stand still much, so I'm not sure that this bottom is actually going to be very useful to me. I think just performing moves every turn is going to be mostly what I have to do. Ice Spikes does still do a reasonable amount of damage, so yeah, I think this is right. Got rid of our level 2 and level 3 cards. Nice. Well, the first one not by choice. All right, so the Quartermaster takes a short rest. Oh, we got rid of Ogre Club. I can't even skewer. Do we have any attacks here that do anything? No, we can do a generic attack too, but as a skewer, that's terrible. Gosh darn it. Wow, we're playing phenomenally. All right. I mean, regardless, yeah, losing reserved energy is fine. So we have air, earth, and light. Well, regardless, the Soothsinger is going first, using Echoing Aria to give shield 2 to the Quartermaster. The Quartermaster, I guess, is probably using Sharpening Kit. Can't really move anyway, so we might as well use this to buff our attack. And then I guess this is actually better to attack with. So we can't skewer, which sucks, but this gives us 2 attack 3s rather than 1 attack 5. Since we have Sharpening Kit. Okay. So they're clumped like we'd like, but we don't have fire. No one can create fire for us, which is still very annoying. Guess we could have used our potion last turn. Long resting. I guess long resting is actually no, because we had the short rest. We can't. I mean, do I wish that I had a volatile bomb? Yes. Did I choose the wrong weapons? Yes. Uh, so we have to move up no matter what. Unfortunately, I guess we just can move to there and attack the spitting drake. So we have wind and earth, which are opposites, which don't go well together at all. That's the other problem with our wands. Yeah, I mean, multi-target, attack one on two targets with push. Not really getting a job done. We have range for formless power. Well, kind of, but not really line of sight on anything meaningful. I'm gonna guess we're just using the top of formless power and the bottom of this, because this at least. No, it's better to use the bottom for this. I think getting a good ice spikes next turn actually could be more valuable. Sure. So let's do that. Plus this. All right, here we go. 13. Huh. Yeah, that's something. Oh, they're gonna put an end to the Quartermaster one way or another. So we're gonna activate Power Ballad. All allies had +1 to one of their attacks each turn, and we're gonna activate Echoing Aria, Shield 2, affect all allies within range 3. So the Quartermaster and the Elementals both have Shield 3, Shield 2. Okay, and then the Running Drakes go. So attacks at -1 twice. So attack 4. Okay, so 4, yeah. We got 2 from Echoing Aria, and we get 1 from this, which will do 1 retaliate, and we take 1 damage. Same thing. So this one, we just get 1 from here, 1 retaliate, and no damage. And then the other one, +1, huh? So 5 actually in the end. -2, -1, it's 2 damage, and 1 retaliate. And then same thing. All right. So the running drakes are done. So now it is the Quartermaster's turn. So we're going to use Sharpening Kit. You and all allies within range 2 add +1 to all your attacks this round. Our first attack, or one of our attacks. This is interesting. So I have to refill my water anyway. So rules question, ECO. With Power Ballad, do you get to choose which attack if you make multiple attacks in succession? Or does it have to be the first one? Because it doesn't actually say your first attack each round. Does one of their attacks imply, as many other things do, that it has to be the first? Or could you choose to have it not actually be the first? And just only get to use it once, but you can choose when you use it. Anyway, like I said, I'll be right back. I do have to go pee and refill my water. All right, I'm back. I tend to agree with Mike here. I think normally things which do require next do specify next, so we'll just try to remember. At the same time, Isaac usually almost always wants it to be next just for bookkeeping reasons. So you can't be like, have I already used it, on one of these attacks yet or not? Anyway, um, so we'll get one attack 4, one attack 3, and a bit of movement here. I think I want to try to be as efficient as possible, since I'm planning on using the AoE fire attack next turn, and I can go. I can't go earlier than the Rending Drakes, although hopefully I've kind of got to get a little bit lucky, I think, to beat the scenario at this point. I'd rather use that as efficiently as possible in order to hit this one and kill it with it. So I'd rather use all these attacks here. So first we take 1 damage from our wound, and so we are very precisely going to do first an attack 4 and then an attack 3, both muddled. Yeah. Okay. So our 4 becomes an 8. I'm down to 1. Well, in that case, it is actually better to use our second attack here. Stacking the deck with blesses has been pretty beneficial. Oh my god. What? I guess there are 8 gone. Dear god. Alright. Well, that was unnecessary because it was a 2 anyway, but that's still just funny, right? At least we go out with a bang. Oh, wait, so sorry. This one doesn't die, but this one does. And the model is gone. TTS. Yeah. Yeah, TTS indeed. It's kind of just taunting me, I think. Oh, well, either way, I was going for a kill. I mean, most damage. Oh, in the first place, yeah, whether I was going to attack here. No, yeah, I definitely wanted most damage. Normally, I would go for kills, right? But once I get into, like, scrambling time, this isn't garbage time at all, it's the opposite. Basically, where the limitation for whether I beat this scenario or not is going to be because the Quartermaster is going to exhaust. My other 2 people aren't really immediately in any danger. So the limitation is going to be whether I can deal enough damage to actually beat the scenario with the party members I have, or whether they can survive when they have to enter another room, the 2 of them. But um, in this case, if the Quartermaster takes 1 more hit because this lived or something, it's probably not going to change anything. He's exhausting in 1 turn anyway, whereas trying to be as efficient as possible with damage is more significant. In the end, yeah, it didn't actually matter at all how we drew that up. If we'd attacked this way and this way or this way and this way, we would have done exactly the same thing because, as ECO pointed out, TTS was all over that one. All right. Well, we're going to do a move 2 at the bottom of Stoking Hail. I guess we don't actually need to do that yet. Best hit the Spitting Drake here for sure. We have line of sight, 1, 2, 3, 4, and range. We're going to consume 2 elements. It doesn't really matter which. I guess we'll consume earth and wind. Sure. Using the top of Formless Power, gaining 1 experience is because it's attack 4, range 4. And we're targeting Spitting Drake number 5. Oh, TTS. Well, you win some, you lose some. And then we're actually just going to have to move in place with Stoking Hail because we don't want to move any closer to the Soothsinger, otherwise we're going to get hit by the splash from the Spitting Drake's attack. So we'll just move in place and create fire. And yeah. So then the Spitting Drake goes, and again, 1, 2, 1, 2. So the closer is well, both are equidistant, but the Soothsinger had lower initiative, so it's an attack -1 on the Soothsinger, so an attack 3 on the Soothsinger. Okay. And the Soothsinger is muddled, for all that matters. All right, so at the end of the round, the Quartermaster gets to refresh this. Well, we're just going to short rest. No point long resting this turn. Is that the better card to lose or no? Guess multiple attack 2s are probably better here. No, it actually doesn't matter because we're going to do the AoE, which is going to wound and kill this one no matter what. So yeah, actually we just care about getting damage here. And this can kind of actually technically get us more damage. Yeah, because we can't have this and this again. So yeah, sure, all right, we'll lose that. Also, we just don't have to pay 1 life this way, which could actually make a difference in some way, possibly. Who knows? All right, so that's that. Here, like I said, we're going to use Ice Spikes, which is what we planned. As for a bottom, we're going to use Primal Duality just to get early initiative so that we can hopefully wound this and therefore kill it before it goes. To make sure that the Quartermaster does in fact get another turn. And I think the Soothsinger probably just going to long rest. You don't get anything from long resting except a bit of longevity. The longevity is not insignificant, though. And it heals too. Yeah, and we're muddled anyway. Yeah, let's just long rest. I think it's fine to long rest here. All right, let's go. That's very annoying, actually. Very, very annoying. Okay, so the running Drake heals itself for 2, back up to 3, and has 2 shield and strengthens itself. I mean, there's nothing the Quartermaster would have been able to do about this, or the Soothsayer would have been able to do about this anyway. All right, so then we have the Elementalist who's up. We're gonna use the bottom of Primal Duality. No point using it as a generic move too. So we can just go to here, because we need line of sight on the running Drake. So we create light and dark, and then we're going to use ice spikes. We're going to gain 1 experience, and we're going to consume the fire. This gives us an attack 2. Dwayne246 says, "Hi, I'm new to this role-playing game. Is it good? Campaigns and lots of quests." Yes, it is very good. It's a campaign that contains 95 scenarios, as well as, I mean, a bunch more after that. There are now 2 more mini campaigns of 10 scenarios each, so that puts you up to what, 115, and then there's a solo scenario for every class, which is 17. So yeah, you're over 130 quests. Although not, I mean, some of them you get locked out of by making branching choices in the story, but yeah. It is very fun. I would definitely recommend it. It's called Gloomhaven. You can play it on TTS here on Tabletop Simulator, or you can play the physical copy. Obviously, this is much cheaper to play, so it's kind of up to your own preference. And TTS is currently on sale, so if you are looking into that, consider it. I mean, you can find out more about the game on BoardGameGeek or the Gloomhaven subreddit, where people will be happy to answer your questions. So, how can we kill this thing? We would need to deal 2 damage to it and put the wound on it, right? Our attack is for 2 plus 1 from Power Ballad, so we get a +1, and that would be 2 damage here. I think that's worth it. So we'll use the Power Ballad +1 here, and then we'll use the other one here. So we'll make an attack 3 on the Running Drake. +1 one time. Nice! All right, that's good. So our 2 becomes a 3, becomes a 4. It has 2 shields, so it gets down to 1, and it's wounded. So we were able to get it in the end. And then on the Spinning Drake, creating some more relevant elements. So here we just get 2 damage in the end, putting it down to 10 and wounding it. I'm playing Lords of Waterdeep, which I think is very good. Have you tried it? Yes, I have played Lords of Waterdeep. Jessica, my fiance, loves that game. It's yeah, it's a nice worker placement. It's a good gateway drug for sure. Okay, so we're done here. Now it's the Quartermaster's turn. So the Quartermaster is going to play Sharpening Kit. You and all allies within range 2 gain +2 attack, +1. Ah, there's a coin actually. I do need coins. I can't leave the scenario only picking up 1. No, all right, let's be real. So we're gonna use Scroll of Lightning just without using Sharpening Kit first. It's just 1 damage we're missing out on, and it's not worth passing up a coin. So we're gonna attack the Drake number 5 with Scroll of Lightning. Woof. All right. I mean, we can't complain too much, right? We did literally just draw 4 blesses in a row. Admittedly, a bless right now would have been a lot better, but that's okay. It's okay. All right. And so then we're going to use the bottom of Sharpening Kit just to move on to this coin. And we take 1 damage from a wound, and we'll be long resting next turn. So now the Spitting Drake goes. It's going to take 1 from its wound, going down to 6. Moves 1 away to lose disadvantage, and attacks at -1. So attack 3 on the Quartermaster. -1 as well. So 2, 1, and 1 there. Okay, and then we get the long rest on the Soothsayer. Yeah, I think I probably should bring the song back. In fact, we're down to only 5 curses. Now I've got to play the bottom of Dirge a bit more, so we probably got to keep... I mean, we probably got to play Power Ballad's top again. I guess we can't stop to heal much anymore. That gives us a good initiative, but we still got some decent initiative on our other cards. Excuse me. All right, so we just have to kill the Spitting Drake. Realistically, we want the Elementalist to be the one to kill it. So it's a long rest for the Quartermaster, that way he just tanks. Us, what can we do? this and set up our song? Sure. Excuse me. Sorry. I mean, this is in attack 5. That's pretty good, right? We just have to make it on the door then? So actually, we don't even need the Quartermaster, I mean, the Soothsinger to hit. So in that case, the Soothsinger can just be running away, which can maybe be with something like this. It can be any of our cards, really. 1 second, sorry. Yeah, definitely getting sick. Oh, God. I see you doing a lot of stuff. Are the rules complicated? Yes, the rules for Gloomhaven are pretty complicated. I would say you need a good 2 hours to read the book, sit down with the materials, and go through everything. And then after that, you should be mostly good. And then there are a lot of minor rule things that will catch you up eventually. But I mean, if you just make mistakes in these, it doesn't really matter. Everyone does, and it's easy to forget and not a big deal. All right, so we do want to go early. We need the song up first, so she has to go before us. What if we just use this to move then? That works. At the same time, do we have a realistic expectation of beating this scenario at this point? Sorry. If we run all the way across here, so we'll have killed 3 drakes here, plus the 4, so 7. So there need to be 5 drakes in that room that the 2 of us would have to kill somehow, even though the elementals just does no damage. So no, we don't have a realistic expectation. All right. I think that's fine. I think it's fine to accept this. So in that case, our goal actually has to be to pick up coins and to gain experience. And to call it a night soon. So in that case, there are no coins we can easily pick up, right? So we do want to set up a song for sure. And I guess just use this for experience because we don't want to move on to a coin just yet. And gaining a little bit of experience is worthwhile. Maybe we'll make it up to the top room. Oh, I did actually forgot to place these traps. I grabbed the 6 and then I placed 3 there, but without using them from over here. And I did not place the 3 which are in the back of the room, interestingly enough. Not that would have changed absolutely anything at this point. So yeah, I guess our goal is to try to make it to grab the chest, which is obviously in this back room, given the 3-trap layout. Doesn't the tabletop simulation version have the rulebook? Do you think it's enough? I'm watching YouTube videos how to learn the game. The tabletop simulation version does have the rulebook. It's right here. You absolutely can learn from it. But yeah, I would absolutely recommend watching some videos on how to play the game. I think if you watch some videos on how to play the game, then you have the rulebook for reference, I think you can very easily play this. For sure. I think teaching yourself on the tabletop simulation is more difficult, but far from impossible. So we want to grab a coin. I guess we're moving. Well, this can actually be move 5. So maybe that gets us further up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we move into the stun the following turn. So we don't grab any coins from down here, but our goal is to go get the chest ourselves. So that works. So then what attack are we actually using? Fortunately, we don't really have an attack here. We also need to kill the spitting drake, though. All right, so we need to not be in too much of a hurry to get up there. So what if we use this and just this as planned? And we'll go the later of the 2 so that hopefully the rending drake dies and we can move on to its coin. And again, I don't know exactly what you're doing, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, so the rending drake will go first. That's good. So first we have the Soothsinger. We're going to activate Power Ballad, and we're going to also activate Echoing Aria, gaining 1 experience. So all allies within range 3 get 2 shield this round. Okay, so then the rending drake goes and dies from its wound. I'm just going to delete it because it shouldn't really matter since I'm only opening 1 more door. And then it is the Elementalist turn, so we're going to use the move 3 on the bottom of raw enhancement. Yeah, consuming the earth doesn't give us experience, so that's fine. 1, 2, 3 onto this coin. We need this money to be able to buy our volatile bomb to replace these 2 wands. All right, and then we're gonna use Winter's Edge from here, which is an attack 5 plus 1 from Power Ballad, so an attack 6. All right, creating wind, which doesn't really do much for us. we get attack 6, which kills the Spitting Drake. I guess we may want to try to kill all the Spitting Drakes we can here. I mean, get all 3 of our Spitting Drakes here. That could potentially be our secondary minor goal. We'll see. We shall see. Okay, so Spitting Drake's eliminated as well. And then we get a long rest for the Quartermaster, but it doesn't matter. He's just exhausted afterwards. Okay. So, well, fortunately we used our bigger move there, but it got us a coin. I guess we pick up another coin on the way. Shouldn't be in too much of a rush. So it's 5 to there. We don't have boots. Boots, but you can't make that. But actually, 1, 2, 3, 4. We can go there this turn because we can long rest the following turn. Yeah, that works. And so this means the Susinger can actually pick up this coin. So we don't have anything that's larger than a move 3. We don't really have anything to gain by not moving, and we have no tops that change anything. So we're basically just spending 2 turns of playing cards for generic actions. I see you're playing a scripted version. This is auto-set the map and the mission for you. So I'm not playing the most scripted version. You should actually look up, if you... it pains me to recommend this, but if you're new to the game, I would recommend trying out what's called the fantasy setup. If you Google Gloomhaven tabletop simulator fantasy setup, you'll get one that is fully scripted setup of scenarios, which will help you a lot. The only reason I don't use that one is because the scripted setup of scenarios is based on a variant rather than the actual rules of the game. It's going to just set up the first map tile for you and not the rest of the map tiles. So for example, in this scenario, it will just set up this first tile and you won't see any of the rest of the map, which is not actually how you're supposed to set up the game. But it will be certainly easier for you to learn Gloomhaven without having to set up so much stuff. So I would recommend trying that version instead of this version. Even though ultimately I personally prefer to use this version. It's more of a personal preference thing, I think, for people whether they play variants or not. But for a new player, I would recommend using the other one to begin with. All right, let's go. So like I said, here we've got a move 2 generic, doesn't matter which we do, plus our boots, so getting move 4 total. 1, 2, 3, 4 onto the trap. The traps are stun traps, so we become stunned. But that doesn't stop us from getting a coin. All right, and we're gonna grab the stun here. And then it's the Susinger's turn. Susinger gains 1 experience as usual, and it's gonna perform just a generic move and go grab this coin. Because we all do need money. And that's the end of the round. So we're stunned, so we're just going to long rest because you can long rest while stunned. And then the Susinger is just going to start running back in the opposite direction. Okay, so we just do one of these as generic move 3. We gain 1 experience for having a song up. 1, 2, 3. I think we'll both try to go that direction. See, how does the shopping work? I see you get coins and loot after killing monsters. So yeah, this is a bit spoilery because there's stuff. It's a legacy-based game, so there's actually some stuff that unlocks and some stuff that doesn't. So unfortunately, what you are seeing here are some unlockable classes. You'll see more about that, but basically there are like 6 starting classes that you start with. 3 spears out of the game with a -2 sitting on the top of its modifiers. But yeah, so you'll start with only a small amount of these items in the shop, and as you progress through the game, you'll find some in chests, which unlock new things. You'll get these designs to create new items, and there'll also just be, as you level up the town, more items you can buy. So all the items are over here, and they have gold costs, and again, these coins translate to a certain amount of gold based on the level of the scenario. So in this case, the scenario we're playing is, well, it's really 4, so we get 4 gold per each coin we pick up at the end. All right, so we did our move 3 already. Yeah. And we get our 1 experience. So we will also long rest because it's just free. We're all just moving around anyway, and it just gives us 1 for healing. Let's just choose the card to lose. So here we get our long rest, refresh this, heal for 2. I guess technically we created the 2 elements as well. Because actually we can use one of these to move for 5. Yeah, and Terrace, I'm not sure if you were here since you just said that, but 3 spears made 2 muddled attacks. 2 muddled attack 2s, admittedly. No, attack 3s, actually. And flipped bless, 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 bless. But then ended with a -2. All right, so what are we losing on our long rest here? Yes, the gameplay is somewhat similar to Descent. It is a dungeon crawler like Descent is. Not Descent 2. Oh, yeah, Descent. Yeah, I understand. Except here it's card-based rather than dice-based, which is the biggest difference. Also, I mean, it's really just much better than Descent. And this is said as someone, I mean, I enjoyed Descent. I don't really like dice, so it wasn't so much my thing, but I mean, I still enjoyed it because it was dungeon crawler. But after playing Gloomhaven, you can't go back. Like, I can still go back and play Mage Knight, but I can't go back to Descent. No, there are no dice. None whatsoever. Randomness is much more mitigated in this. So what are we losing? I mean, we can lose. Well, this actually can give us experience and a reasonable attack on bottom. Because I guess if our goal is once we get into that room just to blow everything to kill a Mage Knight is a really good game. If you like Mage Knight, you'll love Gloomhaven. I think normally the two are quite similar. I mean, they're not that similar, but they are. They're both like a take on a dungeon crawler or RPG, which is more Euro. Except obviously Mage Knight is not campaign based. So it would basically be like if Descent and Mage Knight had a baby, it would be Gloomhaven. So we want big attack. So yeah, this is definitely good. This is also good because it's also just big attack and gives experience. All his losses give 1 experience. That's weird. Yeah, here you don't take castles so much. I mean, I guess the fire from this doesn't matter so much. Yeah, we can just get, well, it's stun. No, it's fine. We'll just get rid of this. We have to get rid of something. I think it's fine to get rid of this. All right, so we want to use our biggest move now. Fortunately, we don't have ice. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to walk under the trap and get stunned when we do still have a turn. So what if instead we go, but then we're not going to have our biggest move. Yeah. Losing our move 4 every time. We need another big move, I guess. Well, I guess if we use our Boots of Striding, it's okay. So what if we do 1, 2, 3 here? And then after that, we can do 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're 1 short, right? Unless we use the other charge of this. Yeah, it's cool. I agree. Is there any way we can do it better? What if we use our boots first and create an element, and then we use our big move, but then it's just a 5 from there? But that does work. Okay, so we save our move 3 here. So we just play a move 2, creating ice, actually. Throwing away a top doesn't really matter. Okay, so we're going to do this. Let's go. So we're going to use this. We're going to use our boots, so we're going to get move 4, creating ice. We're going to walk onto this coin, the richest elementalist. And then the Soothsayer is going to take a long rest. So I guess we will bring this back, so we'll not gain the 1 experience. Yeah, it just gives us a top action to play. And I don't care that much about gaining 1 experience. Rather make sure that we can get this chest in the last room. Yeah, I mean, this at this point is fine to get rid of. Alright, so play this. And just move 3, because everything is move 3. Doesn't really matter so much. Guess this move 3 is better to keep. Probably these two it's best to keep. So yeah, sure, something like this. Can you bring companions in Gloomhaven? Yes. So, well, here I'm playing 3 characters, but yes, Gloomhaven is actually primarily a co-op game. I'm actually playing it solo here by playing 3-handed. But so unlike Mage Knight, Gloomhaven isn't actually designed for solo play, although I mean it plays well enough. In the sense that you do have to play multiple hands or multiple characters at once in order to actually play solo. But otherwise, yeah, you can play with it's up to 4 players, so you can bring companions. All right. So now we use icy thing. 5, yep, and then we walk into the trap the following turn. Perfect. So again, the top we play doesn't matter, just throwing something away. I mean, I guess theoretically we can keep 1 card in hand, but we can do long rest anyway, so it really changes nothing. Okay, let's go. So here we're going to activate the song, and we're doing move 3. 3. And then here we're going to consume the ice, gain 1 experience, and do a move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm playing Mage Knight solo, but I can buy soldiers. Ah, yes. In this, you can't get companions like that. I understand what you mean now. Although you can have summons, which are kind of similar. Although certainly less effective than the companions in Mage Knight. Okay, well, we're both long resting, so again, really doesn't matter what we play here. I think she should be at full, but we'll have solved that problem soon enough here. Again, 2 cards we play don't matter because we get to choose what to lose. Oh, unless it's a card we want to lose. We don't want to lose that. Yeah, I don't think we want to lose that either. Okay, let's go. So move 2 and move 3. 1, 2, 3 into the trap. 1, 2 into the trap. This should actually be at 7, although not that I foresee this mattering, so we both get stunned. Just means we're both going to long rest next round. And so then we both long rest. There we go. So heal here, refresh this. We'll use the 2 things again to get the 2 elements before we go in, just in case. Oh no, we can't because we're stunned. We wouldn't have been able to do that before. Fortunately, it didn't actually matter. Oh well. Alright, so we can choose a card to lose. So we just want to keep big attacks, basically, more than anything. If we have ice, this can be very good, but without it, it's kind of eh. Give us experience each time, but yeah, I mean, we're not... There are going to be too many enemies, I think, that stunning 1 or 2 is going to really be significant. Have you played Star Wars Imperial Assault? I have not. And I think we'll keep the song up. No, we should bring it back. We were supposed to gain the 1 experience, though, for having it up last turn. And I think we're actually going to get rid of it, because I think we're going to start the Disorienting Dirge song here, because the most important thing is just to survive, and that's going to help us survive. As we run in and shoot things? Sure. So speaking of running in and shooting things, we kind of want to create elements. We have the Wind Wand, so we just need ice. So we can do this the following turn. So if you go with ice, we can also use this, which creates ice and fire. Range 4. Yeah, Primal Duality is probably a good loss to play here. Just going in guns blazing. So then what do we need to move with? A wind creator, except we just can use a wand for wind. So I guess in that case we can just use a larger move to make sure that this works. All right, seems good. Let's go. So first, the Soothsayer is going to go. I guess we should always do this first. So we're going to do a move 3 and then attack 3, range 3. So move 3, 1. All right, what's in this room? Got some coins. There are 4 drakes. Ah, if there had been 5 drakes, it would have been possible potentially to win the scenario. Oh, and an elite flame demon. Cool, cool, cool. I don't know how we're supposed to. I mean, I guess, well, now we know not to come back in this room, although I normally wouldn't come to this room anyway, especially with our no jump party. So 2 Rennie Drakes, 2 Spitting Drakes. Well, at least there's a Spitting Drake. All right, so our goal here is going to be to make sure that we get a Spitting Drake kill and then we get the chest. These are the 2 things which matter here. Before we die a horrible death. All right, let's see what they're all up to. It's all the enemies, actually. Okay. Well, nothing too particular, I think. So we have 2 movement left still. So we can actually make it onto a coin. But we also always want to hit a Spitting Drake. This Ring of Haste as well, but it's not really doing anything for us here. Star Wars Imperial Assault is similar to Descent 2. You can play co-op or solo, and they also support app if you want to play the campaign. Yeah, I'm actually, I know it, I just haven't ever had the chance to play it. Oops, and the chest. Let's certainly not forget to place the chest. So how much is the Elementals moving? 3 as well, but we need to not stay next to each other, right? Ooh, definitely not. Where's the chest? Yeah, I placed it. So if we go here, the Elementalist goes here, and this will still hit both of us, right? Or how much movement does it have? -2, so only 2 movement. So if we go there, we can hit one of them. And we have the Hawk Helm still, and our attack is going to be range 4, so this would be range 5. This would work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This with 2 movement can't make it. This goes there, and they can't. Yeah, all right, this works. Hope I get some goodies in the chest as well. We deserve it. We're about to fail this scenario, so the chest is our last hope for it all to have been worth something. All right, yeah, so going there makes sense. Even if we pass up the coin for now, hopefully we can get it later. So we go there, and we make an attack 3 with the bottom of Melody and Harmony, targeting Spitting Drake number 1. So these have 12 health. These have 10 health. And the Elite Flame Demon has 6 health. Well, so our goal for this scenario was we had to kill 12 drakes. We've killed 7 thus far. Even if we clear out this room right now, we'll only have killed 11, but we won't have enough cards left. The cards function kind of as stamina. We won't have enough cards left to make it to another room. Basically, we won't have enough stamina left to clear out another room. So, and also, we're actually a 3-character party, but one of our characters died. Well, not died, became exhausted, so can't continue on the scenario in this room over here, because of some kind of unfortunate, well, yeah, relatively unfortunate things. So, we don't really have any realistic expectation of being able to kill everything which is set up for 3 players as 2 players, especially one of the players is completely support and the other one is, well, at this point, not really doing much. So yeah, our party is kind of dead here, dead in the water, and we're just trying to get some last goodies. So anyway, this attack 3, we haven't flipped yet, have we? Getting a little bit distracted. Nope. So attack 3, targeting Spitting Drake number 1. But it's really important that we get the chest and that we kill one of these Spitting Drakes, because the life goal for the Elementalist over here is actually to kill a Spitting Drake. I mean, sorry, to kill 3 Spitting Drakes, 3 Lurkers, and 3 Oozes. We've killed 2 Spitting Drakes thus far. If we can get one more Spitting Drake, then we never have to worry about killing Spitting Drakes again, which is nice. Okay, so then the Flame Demon goes, creates fire. It's going to move 1. Nope, can't move away to lose disadvantage, interestingly enough. So -1 attack, so it's an Elite. This means it attacks for 3. Oh, yeah, we played Disorienting Dirge, my bad. Obviously, that was the top afterwards. All right, well, nice disadvantage attack. So a 3 is a 4. Do we have anything else to use? Not really, not yet. All right, so then we have the Elementalist, so we're going to do move. There's no reason to use a charge of stamina here. So move to here. Oh, I guess if we move 3, if we go here, no, then we both get hit. It's not worth it. Better to avoid getting hit for now. Stamina decides how far you can go. How does it affect the next dungeon? It doesn't affect the next dungeon at all, but it affects how far you can go in the current dungeon. All right, so we're going to use the top Primal Duality, gain 1 experience, create ice and fire. We're going to use the Hawk Helm to add 1 range to our attack here. So this makes this into an attack 5, range 5, 2 target. We're also going to use, well, technically we can wait to see our flips first. All right, so this allows us to make an attack 5 targeting both the drakes. We'll do 1 and then 6. And this is lost. All right, here goes nothing. So 1. All right. All right. So in both cases, we did 6 damage. That's pretty good. Puts this down to 2, actually. So we should pretty easily be able to get that next turn. And puts this down to 6. Okay. Oh, I thought I pressed lost. I did. Please clean up your lost pile. You clean up your lost pile. Whatever. All right, fine. Lost pile seems fine to me. Silly TTS. And so we didn't get wind, so we do need to use our Wand of Storms to create wind as well now. Okay, and we're done. So then the Spitting Drake goes. So the Spitting Drakes will both attack the Soothsinger. They can't hit splash onto anyone else. Their attacks are at -1, so 3, and disadvantage. All right, well, that was at least a reasonable disadvantage. There we go. All right. So the Quartermaster is, however, muddled. Or sorry, the Soothsinger is, however, muddled. We do need another miss, though, to survive this. Okay, and so then lastly, we have the Running Drakes with -2 movement. So this one can only go 1, 2, and this one can go here and attack. So the attack is at +1, so 6 with disadvantage. Come on. Yes! Oh, we're still in it. I mean, not for winning, but... Yeah, and so the Quartermaster gets wounded. How do we make it to the treasure chest, huh? It's a bit annoying. Maybe it's her who makes it? Maybe? We'll see. Well, we're definitely playing these two cards. Throw Voice should at least theoretically do something. And here we've already got our turn planned out. We're playing Winter's Edge top, and I guess early initiative to make sure we get the kill before they go. And we can just move here, creating ice, kill this. Yep, seems good. All right. Let's do it. And it has fire too. All right, well anyway, the Soothsinger's first. So we take 1 damage from a wound, we gain 1 experience for having a song up, and we're going to perform a generic move with the bottom of Echoing Aria, generic move 3. So I guess it's us going for the chest. I think I need a checklist or else I will get lost what to do, but you handle it superb. Yeah, after a while it just gets natural. So 1, 2, 3 to here. Can we survive? With a short rest. But if we bring this back, because we have 2 cards in hand? No, we can never do it. Oh, we get a card back here? Hold on. All right, so we use a generic move so we can bring one of these cards back. I guess we only need to go next turn no matter what, so we should always take this back as our move. So the question is, how do we throw Voice to be effective here? How do we survive this round so that early next round we can walk onto the chest? We can't take any damage at all. There are 4 curses in their deck, but a fresh deck, so it's unlikely that we can even dodge a single attack. So in that case, we can actually bring Disorienting Dirge back. So we short rest at the end of the turn here, or not. No, because if we don't short rest, this way, yes, we don't bring Disorienting Dirge back. We'll bring it back at the end of turn when we short rest. That way we can have 2 cards. So we can take a single attack where we have to lose this card. Oh, but for that reason, we would rather bring back this then. No, but this we didn't use a generic, so we have to do this. I guess we still have 14 next round. Although 14 against running drakes, they can go at 13. Risky. So we can disarm 2 enemies, and it should always be 2 of the ones in the center because they're clumped. So I guess we want the elementals to take some hits, but these are both always going to hit us. So we'd have one of them basically has to miss. It's annoying. Don't have any items to really change anything. So yeah, that is what it is. Well, I mean, I guess then we're disarming this and this because this one is more likely to be able to attack the elementalist. I mean, if the elementalist goes, for example, here. No, actually, the elementalist has to go here, but 1, 2. Then it's not great. I guess the elementalist can go here and attack this spitting drake. I hope to kill it. If we kill it, that makes us much safer, but we have to get a +1 in order to do that. Nothing that we can use that can change anything in that regard. But if we don't kill it, we get a coin, and maybe we should still have a chance to kill one of them next turn. Yeah, I think this is fine. This is safe. All right, so we go there and we use the top of Throw Voice to disarm this. Oh, but if we kill this, that's just 1 less attacker. But then there's this running drake attacking. So we could, if we didn't pick up a coin, but that's just wrong. All right, may I ask, what do you think this game is better than Descent or other RPG Sword and Sorcery when it comes to combat? Yeah, I've played Sword and Sorcery as well. I'm also not a huge fan. I mean, I think it's much better because Descent and Sword and Sorcery combat is primarily revolving around the use of dice, whereas this isn't. And I'm not big on variance. So if you like rolling dice, you probably prefer the others. If you don't like rolling dice, you probably prefer this. I think the combat in this is excellent, though. I think in general, this is just the best combat in any RPG-like game. I mean, board game. Can you stay a bit further back? For the Soothsinger, you mean? So they all have plenty of movement. This changes nothing. We always need to do this part. So the real question is, so the thing is, if the Elementalist goes to this coin, oh, we have the earring. Well, we want the Elementalist to be focused. Oh, they have the Soothsinger stand further back? I mean, we could. Yeah, that's an interesting point, because we only need to be able to move enough. So we just need to go this far, actually. Because then we can always make it there next turn. This is just going to stay where it is. This is going to stay where it is. I don't think there's any way we can not be focused, right? Even if we go here, I guess if we go here, actually, right? 1, 2. Yeah, all right, that does solve it. You're right, EC, good call. If we go there, then we can still make it to here next turn. This will stay where it is. This one presumably will die to the Elementalist. This one will attack us, and this one we can lose the 1 card to. So that works. All right, and we can still get the coin the way we want to. Perfect. So we'll go there. So then the Elementalist will perform the bottom of Infernal Vortex, creating a new ice and a move 2, going on top of this coin. God, this Elementalist. And then we're going to use the top of Winter's Edge, consuming the old ice, which is still hanging around, as well as the new air, or as the old air, gaining 1 experience, which gives us an attack 5, range 4, pierce 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, attacking Spitting Drake number 1. Here goes nothing. All right, well, we got ice as well, not a big deal. But most importantly, we killed the Spitting Drake, which gives us our 3rd Spitting Drake checkmark. So those are all done. That's great. Lurkers are usually the hardest one, though, but take what we can get. Up to 8. All right. And so I'm an idiot, though. I forgot the running drakes were first. Well, this is fine. I mean, we went there, so this actually works out just fine. So this running drake would go here and attack the Elementalist. I just got the ordering wrong. Didn't notice they were 12. Attack at -1, so an attack 4 with disadvantage on the Elementalist. So 4 -1 is 3. So the Elementalist takes 3 damage and then takes 1 damage from the wound on his turn when we did all our stuff. All right. And the other running drake just loses disarm. So the Flame Demon goes, also just loses disarm. And then the Spitting Drake goes and attacks the Soothsayer. Disadvantage attack. Doesn't matter, we have to lose to it anyway. I mean, it's an attack for only 2 in the end, but we're at 2 life. So we lose the 1 card in our hand, Echoing Aria. And that ends the round. So we're going to bring back Disorienting Dirge and do a short rest. Perfect. Kept Dirge, which is our low initiative. Because we actually couldn't have rerolled. Yeah, that we got pretty lucky there, actually. We just have to hope that they don't do their stupid 13 now. Yeah, it's actually 1 out of 4, too. Oof. Well, we have an element in this, so I think we could just do these 2 things. Same time, what element do we have? We have ice, so no, we can actually reroll. I mean, we can short rest to get our move. Well, we have boots, but we can also get better initiatives, right? So we want to do this move then, and I guess this top attack gives experience. So yeah, this would actually be best. So we need to get kind of both those, but not really. So no, we need to reroll on this because that's our good initiative. Yeah, I mean, losing this kind of sucks, but it's actually okay because move 4 with boots, 1, 2, 3, 4 gets us to a coin anyway. Is the scripted version you were playing right? I see Tabletop Workshop. They have scripted and non-scripted versions. Look for the one that's called Fantasy Setup. I'm playing scripted version, but like I said, the Fantasy Setup is more scripted than this one. All right, so our early initiative and something to move. It doesn't really matter. Guess we can play this just in case we want experience in the end, although we won't. We'd rather the coin. All right, let's go. So we go first here. We don't have a song. Take 1 damage. Do a generic move, or I guess a move 3. It doesn't really matter. We're just getting this stuff here. And we pick up this chest. All right, what is in the chest? 35. 35. 22. Oh, God. I should have known! Whatever. 25 gold is 25 gold, right? So is what, item 98 is what it said? Yeah. The Drake Scale Boots. One of the worst items in the game as well. But, like I said, fortunately, 25 gold. You're unaffected by difficult and hazardous terrain. Incredible. Just incredible. Magnifique, as they say. And that was our bottom. I guess technically we should play the top of Disorienting Dirge for this round, because who cares? Or who knows? I mean, it really doesn't actually matter. All right, so then here's the Elementalist. We're going to do, well, we take 1 damage from our wound as well. I'm not going to go through everything. I'm going to use my boots. Better than a trap chest? Yeah, better than a trap chest. Who knows? I mean, like I said, 15 golds, or 25 gold. So we're going to do the bottom of Ice Spikes as a generic move 2, plus we're going to get 2 more from using our boots, so we get move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Picking up this coin. And then we'll use the top of Infernal Vortex just to gain 1 experience. It's an attack 4 target enemies at range 2. I don't need to go through this because it doesn't change anything. I do hit the Spinning Drake and this Rending Drake, but I've already killed my quota of Drakes, and we can't loot any of them this turn anyway. And then, I mean, they can kill us or not kill us, whatever, the scenario's over. We were not winning this one. Well, we played poorly and we lost, so it's pretty fitting. It's okay. We need to wrap our heads around this party a little bit. I'm happy we only played a +2, but yeah, I mean, just made some mistakes. Playing Reinforced Steel too early, I guess. Although, I don't know, that room was tough. Not sure. No, I mean, that was a mistake. Yeah, that was a pretty big mistake. We didn't play the Soothsinger especially well. The scenario was also just kind of tough. We were also a little bit tilted after the first room, I think, of dealing with those stupid flame demons, which our party is just... I mean, I guess we do have Winter's Edge, but that's about it. At least we have Winter's Edge. Otherwise, it'd be really... All right. So let's just wrap up the end of scenario stuff. So the Elementalist gained 11 experience. The Soothsinger gained 18 experience. Typical Soothsinger. And the Quartermaster gained a full 6 experience. Obviously, no one got their battle goals since we failed the scenario. But we'll be back for the scenario on Thursday. Don't you worry, and we'll play better. All right, so we've got 4 gold apiece for the coins, so it's 8 gold and 8 gold here. Can't buy the Boots of Striding yet, but should we buy another small or another minor item? No, because I think we're saving to get the compass potentially. Although we might no, but we need Boots of Striding. We need Boots of Striding. We learned this mistake. We learned from our mistake there. Not having Boots of Striding is just too awful. I'd rather just save. Well, it will make me stronger for this next scenario. I mean, we do have to replay the same scenario. So just a minor mana potion. I did really regret not having any of these. And it only cost me really 2 gold just to kind of rent this. It's probably worth buying. Where do I put the minor manas? Over there. Okay. So that cost me 7. All right. Oh, I actually forgot to mark the prosperity for my retirements. I don't know if I forgot the Tinkerers or not. Maybe anyone knows, but I did definitely forget the 2 experience for, or the prosperity for these 2. I was thinking, shouldn't I have more? Not prosperity is actually what I want. I want reputation. But all right, so we gain 8 gold, plus we gain 25 gold for selling these immediately, which gives us 33 gold, putting us up to 35. And then over here, a much more significant 36 gold, right? 24, 8, 2, 32, 36. A full 36 gold. Puts us up to 47. Man, I mean, these wands kind of suck. They do. A Volatile Bomb would be better. I'm not sure if it's worth rebuying. I don't need both of the wands is the bigger point. I guess I mean, both of them are kind of helpful for different things. The Earth one is helpful for something which has never really actually mattered. The Wind one actually has been more helpful, just because it more easily lets us use Ice and then this to get Winter's Edge. So that's actually been fine multiple times. This one has really been the letdown. Guess it can give us the movement. I don't know. I mean, we're going to keep it for now. I don't think it's correct to just resell something we've already bought. Better to buy new things, because we still can use more small items for sure. So, speaking of more small items, what can we buy with 47 gold? Oh, so we do have to make a decision now about which chest to buy. Should we buy the Robes of Evocation or should we buy Cloak of Pockets and some small items? Robes of Evocation are pretty good, and we do have a refresh build. We don't do that many multi-target attacks is the biggest problem. I guess we never really do that many multi-target attacks. We're also going to get away from the few that we have. Not really an AoE class. Let's take a look. I mean, I guess we'll have Simulacrum, but Simulacrum, it's kind of... doesn't really work with that. I mean, it does if you can get 5 elements, not 6. But getting 5 elements is difficult. So I guess we have Crystallizing Blast. Could have flipped a better random item design, but Shoes of Happiness exist. Yeah, that's true. Shoes of Happiness are there to. It's funny because Shoes of Happiness take away your happiness. Is that the meme actually? I guess so. We have Crystallizing Blast, which getting that for it plus Formless Power can make this quite reasonable actually. So there's that, and then there's Ice Spikes. And Ice Spikes doesn't necessarily even hang around that much longer. Its value fades out. So I mean, we get this at 6, we get this at 7, but this just kills things, and at 8, not getting really multi-target attacks, and at 9, no multi-target attacks either. So it's just Crystallize. I think I'm gonna not buy anything now and ask Themris. Themris is really the expert on Elementalist. I'm not sure which is better. I think he did go with Robes of Evocation, but I'm not actually sure if that's correct or not. I don't know. Well, what does anyone in chat think? Robes of Evocation or Cloak of Pockets? So Cloak of Pockets, what would it let us get then? We could get, for small items, a Ring of Haste, never a bad thing to have, and maybe like a Healing Potion, or Power Potion even. I mean, Power Potion just obviously ends up comparing a lot less favorably to this. We have ended up using our Endurance Potions a little bit, but not enough to justify a major. Could buy a Stun Powder. It's also always fine. So probably actually, yeah, more like a Stun Powder and a Ring of Haste, I guess. Or maybe a Healing Potion and a Ring of Haste. One of these two things. The Helix Ring is almost certainly going on the Quartermaster at some point. Robes of Evocation might be better. I'm not sure. Well, if anyone has an opinion, they're welcome to voice it. Otherwise, I think I'm just going to leave this one up in the air, and I'll decide this at the beginning of the next stream, because we have enough money to buy either. What do we do with our 35 gold here, though? Let's do that. That should be pretty easy. So what do we want on her? We need a Cloak of Pockets at some point. For weapons, we don't really need anything. We could also use wands to help out. I could have a piercing bow to do an attack 3. I mean, yeah, there's the versatile dagger, but I don't think that's really the direction we want to go. This is just Cloak of Pockets into more small items. I mean, Cloak of Pockets would let us get a minor mana potion, which would be quite helpful. I mean, we're always going to want the Cloak of Pockets. I guess the question is just whether it's better to get that back, get that now. But yeah, I think the minor mana potion is probably more valuable than one of the wands. So let's go ahead and do this. All right, so that and that. So this costs 30 minus 6, so 24. So this is with 11 gold. A tower shield for her. Yeah, I don't know about that one. I mean, yeah, theoretically we could, but and the iron helmet as well. I mean, we did end up with some of this last time, but here we have a much better tank in the Quartermaster, so I think it's less necessary. Us taking damage wasn't so much the issue, the Quartermaster was, which is again just a reason we should have really bought defensive Diddy. No, he just refreshes one person's hand items. The refresh everyone's thing is a loss. Best of my knowledge. One just now let me refresh all their spent items. So it's just for one person. Wait, all their spent items. We did this wrong. Oh my goodness. I could have had the boots and the wand. Ugh. This is another good argument for, yeah, let's just get that. Let's buy the Robes of Evocation. With access to that as well, and getting all these spent items, it's just so valuable. And our Mooning Ring as well. Yeah, this is the way to go. All right, so 37 gold there. So that leaves us 10 gold. So here, I wanted to buy one more small item. I mean, I think it's worth even just having a minor healing potion for now. Is that the best thing we could have? Hmm. Yeah, probably. Get rid of the wounds and stuff in scenarios like this. So we'll take a minor healing potion, so we're down to 4 gold. Again, it just costs 2 gold to rent this, and we only have 10 health pool, so 3 healing is actually a not insignificant amount. And like I said, it removes poison and wound. All right, over here, I think we have all the small items we can carry, right? Yes, we cannot carry any more small items. In fact, we cannot carry any more items, period, right now. We have chest, helm, weapons, boots, and our 3 small items. So now we can start saving that money towards enhancements, which is an expensive process for this class. All right, beautiful. Let's get all these blesses out of our deck. So we will be done for the day. It is obviously quite late, so we'll not be starting another scenario. We'll be streaming again on Thursday, hoping that I'm not too sick by then. I mean, as long as it's just the way it is today, I can power through it. It has been getting a little bit progressively worse throughout the week, but who knows? We'll see. Regardless, I mean, I'll let people know, by posting the little thing as usual, but usually I should be streaming on Thursday at the normal time of 4 p.m. GMT +1, so I'd be happy for anyone who is here to come check it out. We'll be playing the same party and doing the same scenario at the same difficulty level and just trying to play better this time so that we don't lose. Yeah, so that's about it. Thank you very much to everyone who tuned in today. Sorry that we had to end on a loss, but I mean, we have to lose sometimes to make winning worthwhile. Otherwise, I mean, if it's just too easy all the time, then what's the point? And we'd had a lot of easy stuff for a while, so it's good that we're being challenged again. Honestly, I didn't expect it to be so challenging, but I've also never played a Quartermaster without stamina potions, which is refreshing for sure. I mean, I think all these characters suffer a fair amount from a lack of stamina potions, to be honest. So yeah, it's interesting. Anyway, that's it. Thank you very much. Have a great evening and a great middle of your week, and see you on Thursday. Take care.